Okay, we're good. We're good to go. All right. Hey guys, and welcome back to Broken Soul Studios. I'm your host, Broken Soul, and here are my two co-hosts, Influx Third and Geronimo. Guys,
Howdy.
Good life.
there you go, Geronimo. All right. So on today's episode of Soulcast, the Broken Soul podcast, we have a little bit of a. What was the topic on this one, Geronimo? You said it was about like if we could have any two powers, a passive and a combat one. Do you want to go more into detail about that?
So basically, the main question was if you had two powers, you can pick any two, but one has to be a passive one, where you are not able to use it during combat, and one is a combat based power.
So one you can use like everyday use, but as soon as you get into a fight, it turns off, and then the other one is used primarily just for combat and nothing else. Correct?
Yes.
All right. Well, Ferret, what was yours? I think you said earlier that you had yours picked out, right?
Yeah, so the ones I went with were for combat was a teleportation style power based on. So for the rules of this, we were talking was if your combat power either has a time limit or stipulations to use, so you're not too overpowered in a fight. Your passives won't. The only stipulation is if it is around people who are attempting to harm you, it will not activate. And you can tell it won't activate. You can feel it inside you that you cannot activate your power. However, if you're using it and someone is trying to harm you, it will shut it off automatically. And if it is considered to be too strong, it will have its own stipulations. This is what I would take from the idea of this is people are given powers. You get two. You get to pick which two you get. Excuse me. However, there is limitations to each one. Mine were simply for my active or combat power was teleportation, in the sense that I can grab something and throw it, and wherever I throw it, I can teleport to that location and grab the item. It's still in the air and orientate myself however which way I want to while teleporting. Stipulation to this isn't time based. It's more it has to be an item that I've touched and it has to be thrown from my hand. I can't touch something and set it down, but I can grab something and throw it. It doesn't matter what it is. And the stipulation of this would make it so I can only feasibly teleport as far as I can throw something.
So I guess when that old saying, "I trust you as far as I can throw you," that kind of really means this one, right?
Oh yeah.
Basically.
Okay, so grabbing say this spoon right in front of me. Like I grab this, I throw it, and I can teleport as far as that spoon can fly.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's your combat one. What was your passive one?
Passive was a kind of variation of Lucio's ability from Overwatch. I can play music, and depending on the style of music I'm playing, different effects can come. I can have a healing style song. If I need to move faster, more upbeat music or quicker tempo music allows me to move faster.
Are you playing the instrument, or is it
Just
like
any song that I play from my own personal device? So my laptop, my phone.
So like, say if you had a
It
phone
just-
with the song saying like "Funky Town," everyone would just be all upbeat and happy.
Yeah.
Okay.
If I need to get stronger, more aggressive heavy metal or like hard music, cause aggression or strength to increase.
Okay.
I can't think of what if that one would require a passive debuff. I think Geronimo said he wanted to give me one.
So as long as it for the healing pack factor, it can only heal. Give me a second. For the healing factor, it's only allowed to heal the
Physical
wounds. And the buff, the buffer activates, but he has to activate it before he goes into combat. So let's say he actually made it into combat and he tried to use it, it will not work. And it has to be, let's say, he has to use it 5 minutes before, or not even 5 minutes, maybe, what do we say?
Why 5 minutes?
2 minutes, a minute before you actually hit combat.
Sounds kind of arbitrary.
You kind of do,
The
yeah.
buff. Well, remember, it's still the passive. If we're trying to use it in combat, it's a passive phase, so it'll be kind of you know, basically your power shuts off right there. But if you use it in a time before you go into the area with the hostiles, since you know your ability is to teleport in there, you have to use it before you teleport in there. It has to be a good few minutes that you have it on. I say like a minute or two before you actually go into combat. If you do it before and you try to go into it, nice.
Alright. Sorry, I was fixing something real quick.
He's good at that.
Yeah.
I need to demagnetize my bits.
That's a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
This thing can. I have a kit that my wonderful girlfriend Angel got me for
His wife.
Sissy.
She got me this gift. It is a iFixit brand toolkit that is used to fix pretty much anything. I can take apart a lot of stuff with it. And I have in another tool set I bought for myself, which came with an electric screwdriver, not a drill, electric screwdriver, because people say I'm stupid for calling it an electric screwdriver. It's a drill. It is a battery operated. Fuck you. It's
No,
not a drill.
drill is a handheld.
Well, if I tell someone I have an electric screwdriver, they just think I'm talking about a drill because they think I'm stupid.
Well, no, it's obviously
No.
an electric screwdriver because it's a small little. If it's a when I think drill, I think the giant not giant, but like the big old handheld things. You know, like the something you see in your dad's tool shed. You know, what you have is an electric screwdriver. You know, a little thing in your hand that you can carry with your fingers. So that's an electric screwdriver.
Or technically a drill can be multiple things, but that is not a drill because a drill is basically in the term. You have to use it to drill.
Yeah.
See?
It has to be strong enough
No
to
longer
drill.
magnetic.
Oh, okay. Wouldn't drill be more powerful as well, or no?
Yes, it has better battery. But the screwdriver kit I bought has a bunch of bits and a tool to demagnetize your bits if you need to, which is really useful when you're trying to make sure you don't fuck up electronics, especially stuff with memory. The magnetizer is used mainly for when I have to take tiny bits out and I don't want to lose them right away.
Understood.
This goes here.
Liberty, liberty,
You got yourself?
liberty.
Yeah. The other bits on the charger.
Okay, good.
And what's that? Is that an Allen or is it?
What? This?
No. It's like facing towards you. Oh no, never mind. See what it is.
This?
No, it was this right here.
Oh.
It's a plastic. It's a plastic piece.
Yeah, it's just like if I want to hang it somewhere.
Yeah, no, I didn't notice until I looked at it.
I know you're fine. So anyway, getting back on topic, I guess. So for the combat and the passive abilities, so that was your thing, right? Yours was the playing a certain song for passive. Is you play for your
Playing
passive ability, you
certain
play
music.
a certain music, and it will give you a certain ability, such as like a
Increase
adrenaline
to-
boost, healing, deal damage, or whatever. Okay. And your combat is a form of teleportation. Let's just call it like real simplified. A form of teleportation that allows you to grab an object and throw it and teleport to that object, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, so that's for you. For oh yeah, that's cool. What was yours, Drama? Or did you have one?
I had one. My passive was the ability to stop time, but with that one came with a drawback because basically that would be too overpowering. The drawback would be on the passive is you have to be outside of a city limit or outside of a popular area. No matter if there's hostiles or not, you have to be outside of the populated area.
Well, hang on. Isn't the biggest drawback to that is like, what if multiple combatants surround you? Like, say you're surrounded by a gang, wouldn't that
Well, it's his
be-
passive, so if he's
It's
in
passive.
a gang fight, it's,
Oh, okay.
I feel like the way he's trying to put it, which I could be completely wrong, is the more people that are affected by his time bubble, humans specifically, the more strenuous and less effective the time stop is. Would that pretty much be what you're trying to get to?
Yes, because it's also if you're allowed to bring people into these time stop, but it will shorten the time you're able to use it. It shortens the effectiveness.
But what if I have a counter spell?
I play my
Don't.
toe card.
Oh my
What if
god.
I have a mystical space typhoon?
I will want to play Exodia on both your
I will
asses.
play a cemetery bomb on your ass.
What, Mystical Space Typhoon.
Call of the Haunted.
Or what was the other one? The
Jar of Greed.
No.
Monster Reborn?
I played Jar of Greed to like, summon another Pot of Greed. To summon another Pot of Greed.
Oh my god.
But basically,
I had that deck build once. It used it was Exodia deck. And then used Pot of Greed to like keep drawing cards and magical mallets. So I could reshuffle and get more cards out.
fuck you, by the way.
I didn't build it.
I know you didn't.
Oh, remember that time me and Woody Rabbit got in that, what was it, like freaking 15 different mystical space?
Oh yeah, y'all just MST'd the fuck out of each other.
It was chain after chain after chain, one card after the other. It was like, what, 6 cards, 7 cards per...
Which,
I don't have my cards.
Behind you.
That's Magic the Gathering.
I have mine.
I don't play Magic.
I don't play Magic either.
It's easy.
Motherfucker,
Yu-Gi-Oh!
you're talking
Simple.
to a retard.
We're not. I don't know if we're allowed to say that.
Okay, especially handicapped.
I'll edit
Anyways,
that. I'll edit that.
I
out
know.
later.
I got the tism.
I'll cut
I
that
have
out. Technically, we are on the spectrum.
Everybody is.
Well,
Anyways,
I am on the spectrum.
you know what my current deck build is? It's a burn deck to flood the field and get the monsters I need out, allowing me to get
ADHD
monsters
and
back.
ADD, I mean, like, that does count, right?
D&D
I
and
think-
Magic the Gathering are two different things.
ADHD and AD.
I was gonna say, no, I'm thinking of the time I played fucking, did we ever have him on? I know we had Winnie Rabbit, for sure, and then Anime's been on here, Anime Gamer.
Yeah.
What if, Jackal? Jackal's been on here, yeah.
Yeah, Jackal.
He's one of the other animal guys. Jackal, we had a 4-way duel, and I lost to Jackal.
How many animals we have on this thing?
Enough.
Enough.
Anyways, me, Rabbit, Jackal, and Gamer, we had a 4-way duel, and we were just... I was knocked out Rabbit and Gamer, and then me and Jackal were just going head-to-head, but my deck build is annoying as fuck for him because it relies on damaging you directly using lower-powered creatures and certain other cards to debuff my own team to allow me to attack you directly. Fuck you, Cemetery Bomb. Anyways, Jackal won the duel, but not because he depleted my life points. I had more than him by the end of it, but he won because of deck out. Because he couldn't... I drew all my cards and had nothing else I could do, so he won through deck out, and he was pissed.
So he won by the war of attrition instead.
Yeah, he was pissed. He was like, I won, but not in the way I fucking wanted to. I remember when I killed Rabbit, he looked, I'm about to send you through that fucking wall right there.
I think I remember
He was
that.
annoyed as fuck.
Oh my.
My deck is stupidly annoying.
Wait, which wall was it? The glass wall or was it
The glass wall.
The glass wall. Okay, yeah. This one here would send you to the other wall.
No, this one sent me to the Shadow Realm.
God damn it! Yes.
E. Alright.
Anyway, yeah, back to powers. So I guess the time stop stipulation would just be people.
I got it.
Wait.
Just dropped your fucking sharpener.
Yeah. I will shank you.
We are all a bunch of like nerds. I
I
mean,
know.
we're like heavy nerds and stuff like that, but we also like love our knives. And this one has like a freaking knife sharpener right next to him.
We love knives. We love.
Yeah, the pew pews.
No, that's just me.
Okay,
No, I
he
like
loves.
PPs, I just don't buy them.
Yeah, I really love you and say what the actual thing is called.
How far are we into this?
About 13 minutes.
Oh, we can say
We
guns.
should be able to say guns.
Okay, so yeah, we like the guns, we like the knives. We're good on weaponry. I prefer to. Okay, don't make fun of me, but if I ever go hunting and shit like that, I'd prefer to use a bow.
No.
I like the bow. Okay.
You pansy.
I'm like the Hawkeye of our group. Okay, I may not have the best powers, but what I have, I'm good at.
So you run out of arrows.
Until I run out of arrows. Yes.
I brought 11. They're all dead. You're welcome.
I brought
That's
the
a nice
arrows, but the arrows are over there. I was aiming over there.
Well, not unless my bow can turn into a staff like how Hawkeyes did.
Oh, when
But
Stark started modifying their shit.
But
No,
too bad
I-
you don't have that kind of. We don't have that money.
Okay,
I
like,
can fight.
I can make
I've
different
trained myself
arrows.
to fight with my bow when it's unstringed.
Yeah, but in the time it takes for you to unstring it.
No, in case the
Hey,
string breaks.
The time you unstring your sheath, the bow,
Time you unstring your sheet.
When I unstring my
That's called a
sheet,
quiver,
all
my
my
guy.
arrows fall off.
And also, it's a quiver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know I'm limited on my arrow count. That's why you gotta be such a good shot. Every single shot has to count. I'm saying-
I doubt you're a good shot just because the way you were last time with us.
That was
Okay, those
the-
are pistols.
Yeah, that was like
That's
A
completely-
22?
It's still different from a bow.
22.
It's still different. The weight's different. The way you fire is different.
You know what?
He's not used to them.
I am not kidding, guys. Next time we go to a range, if I'm allowed to bring a bow, I'm bringing my bow and I'm showing you guys how good I am with that thing.
I probably beat you.
I'll allow you if you let me do my trick shots.
As long as it doesn't break my arrows.
Oh no, it won't break your arrows, but
You're not gonna like them.
I'm not.
You're not gonna do a handstand and shoot it with your toes, are you?
I'm not. I can't even do a handstand on my own. I'm too fat. No, I.
You know,
Get shit behind
are
me.
you really gonna make a? You want to make a bet?
I'm not a betting man, or at least not currently.
We could make a bet and see how many who has the highest points in the end of the thing.
That's
Are
just a
you going to be using
competition.
a bow too?
No, that's
Yeah,
just, that's just a
I'll use a bow too.
How about this? We'll use the exact same bow.
Deal.
All right then. Remember that one bow I saw at the academy?
I might buy that.
How much was that one?
I don't know. I didn't see. It
65.
It was a long bow.
Oh, it's not bad.
It's not bad.
I meant the smaller ones next to it.
That's 100 and something bucks.
In that case, we're going for the long bow.
Motherfucker, you're trying to go for a fucking hunting bow. And them in general are like 100 to
It's a
300.
good bow, isn't it?
They're good bows, but they're expensive.
Yeah. Plus upkeep. What was it? Standard bow or was it a
Compact.
compact?
Compact.
Those
Give
are
me a
like
standard bow. I can use with that.
compact or iffy. They're
The railing system is very fragile.
yeah.
In that case, I'll give me a regular standard bow anyway.
Plus, I mean, you don't need a compound bow. Technically, I feel like I feel dirty saying because I feel like it's the same shit as you don't need an AR-15. I mean,
You
compound bows are good for hunting when you're at far distances.
You don't need the machete. You don't need that sword. So yeah, I kind of see what you mean with that.
The
But I'm
thing,
good
the thing
with a-
is
I'm
with,
good with a
with
bow.
that
I'm not
with
trying
that
to
talk,
say, like,
you don't need an AR for hunting, but you forget a 308 is bigger than a 5.56 any day, and that's an actual deer hunting round.
To be fair though, your ass can fire a fucking 6 gauge and be perfectly fine.
Yeah,
Bastard.
well, yeah, he can. We can.
This motherfucker be able to do 0 recoil on a fucking 9mm.
Pretty sure he could. I'm pretty sure he could give the fucking Desert Eagle a run for its money.
I have shot in the desert because those are fun.
I've only shot 9mm and 22 caliber pistols and a
You want to try it, Timo?
5.56 rifle.
The only thing I shot was that. What was it? A 22 or a 9
You
mil
want to try
with
it,
you guys?
Timo?
I'm down with it, but
What did I shoot with you guys? 22.
22 and
22 and
9
9.
mil.
A 22 and a 9. That's all I've ever shot.
yeah, I've shot in 5.56 rifling. Those are fun.
Those are
And
actually
22
fun.
rifle.
Mm-hmm.
What I really want to shoot is one of those like, freaking professional bow hunting bows.
Oh, those are nice too.
That I wanted to shoot. If I can shoot one arrow from one of those bows, I don't care if I miss the target. I don't care if I shoot myself in the foot. I will be happy.
You'll be a
Did I leave my
dumbass.
scrunchie here?
Isn't that
Yeah.
your girlfriend's?
No, this is mine.
Okay, yeah, you left your scrunchie here then.
The ferret has long hair.
Yes, he does. I miss my long hair.
But,
I say that as I got the haircut today.
I know. No,
I miss my long hair, but then I remember I worked with hydraulic and fuck
that should get
shit.
caught.
Bro, it gets nasty in that. Like, as soon as you get hydraulic in your hair, it's a pain in the
And it
butt.
comes
Well,
out.
I don't want to wait 2 years to grow my hair long out again.
Just wait a year and a half. Just keep on putting it in the bag. Make it grow like the weeds.
The weeds at my house.
Dude,
Yeah.
it took me
That's
long
the
enough to grow out the first time. I think that was like a one-time deal, honestly.
Honestly,
Unless I go into a coma or something like that, and then my hair grows back out again.
No, technically when your body stops moving, it's kind of... I believe it slows down too, no? Or
It
it's
slows
just
down, but it
opposite?
still grows out, doesn't it?
personally, to the ferret, I prefer long hair. But that's just me. I've always wanted to grow my hair out, but I couldn't in high school because it's fucking stupid. However, now that I'm not, I can grow my hair out.
I grew...
I know. Okay, I'm not saying nothing wrong with that, but you do want to kind of trim up what you can on your head, though. There are a couple of split ends there here and there.
We're guys, we don't give a fuck about split ends.
No, but like make it look more slick, make it look more, make it look nice.
Yeah.
It's the
You-
the barber in me. I blame my grandfather.
You forget who you're talking to, right?
I know.
I've
Look,
eaten gummy bears that fall on the floor after I mopped the night before. I don't care what happens to me.
Yeah, basically.
I know. I'm sorry. Like I said, it's the barber in me. Okay, blame my grandfather. He's yeah.
No, I blame you.
All
Just because it's you.
Yeah.
All right, so superpowers.
Alright, my bad. Okay. So, basically,
You said the passive was the time stop. So
Yeah.
what was the aggressive? Like, what's the combat base power?
it's going to be like Deadpool's regeneration.
So you're gonna regen. That's it.
Yeah. Well,
Well, what you said earlier was you had regeneration. However, it has a 5-minute activation period and a 5-minute cooldown and recharge period.
yes.
So you can activate and it works for 5 minutes, but then you have to wait 5 minutes for it to get back to where it was, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So basically, you're going to have to let them do the damage to you. And then as soon as the 5 minutes hits on the cooldown, you're able to activate it. It's only a one-time thing per.
So it's he can activate as much as he wants, however many times he wants. However, after 5 minutes of being active, he has to wait 5 minutes before he can turn it back on again. During those 5 minutes of cooldown, he's a normal human that can be killed easily with a roll-to-place shot. Honestly, that's a good enough drawback for me because most fights roughly last around 5 to 10 minutes. With superpowers, they could last longer. However, if you, take into account the fact that he can regenerate, he can just keep dodging for 5 minutes or moving around to avoid getting hit to reactivate if he does get hit.
Weave.
Oh, weave.
To be fair, I won't be doing a lot of dodging because I'm a big guy and I can't fucking dodge
But,
for shit.
I'm the dodger.
You can tank a good bit. So if you're fighting super strength and they just fucking, there goes you. If you get Rengoku, you can regen as long as you don't die.
I'm about to rage. Basically, you seen that thing, right?
Yes.
Oh god.
I'm about to rage.
I can break these cuffs.
Now myself, I would not like. I can't do regeneration because I cannot take a lot of damage. What I would want to do, like for my passive, I've actually thought about this, and honestly, I'm gonna stick with what I said earlier. I'm gonna do like the whole danger sense thing. Like I can sense when danger is approaching, or I can sense other people. Like look, like I said, I'm doing it.
It's pointless to be honest with you.
You can say it's pointless. Thing like this. I can sense people.
That's the most.
You said danger sense, not sensing people.
Yeah,
Okay,
danger
well,
sense is the most pointless power
In this scenario.
In this scenario.
Well, think of it like this. Like, if I have danger, like, okay, I can sense somebody want to do harm for me, but when it deactivates, like, okay, now they're actually gonna, go through with it.
It's the same thing as just your power turning off in general.
If it turns off, then I know, oh shit, it turned off. Now I know it's gonna happen.
It's the same thing.
It's an Uno reverse. That's what it is.
The danger sense doesn't help you in the actual scenario.
It's not meant to help me in an actual fighter scenario. It's just like meant to let me know. It's like
No.
an alarm system. It's like an alarm system. Like, oh
That's-
shit, it went off.
So
Now I know.
So for Geronimo's point, he's saying it's pointless because in this scenario, as I said, when you get into combat or someone is going to attack you, someone who is hostile, your power shuts off and you know it shut off. You know I can't turn it on, so someone's trying to harm me. Danger sense, in his view, is pointless because if he has it on, which passive would more than likely always be on, it shuts off and he knows he's going to get attacked already. Broken's saying that he knows it's going to happen and the danger sense lets him know ahead of time that he needs to be prepared. Either way, I could see it.
Solo.
6. Bless your time 6.
There's one more coming in soon.
No, I'm good.
Okay.
Um,
Watch it pops out.
is this the first time I sneezed on the podcast?
Second.
No.
Okay, I know. If Eric sneezes a lot. Anyways,
And I'm the guy with the allergies.
I'm sorry, I'm allergic to your bullshit of wanting danger.
Yeah, that's my thing is I'm allergic to your bullshit right now.
So, Broken says that he wants it so he can tell ahead of time that something's going to happen. And he knows when he can no longer sense it that it's going to happen right then. I personally would not pick Danger Sense, which is why I went with a music therapy style ability. That'd be a good name for it, music therapy. Are we naming our powers?
You can.
You make the you made the choice right now. So
Yeah.
Anyways, personally, if you want to know ahead of time, I would choose a precognitive ability. Not similar, but
Like close
similar to Night Eye's ability.
Yeah, I was about to
in
say
the same
Hawkeye.
vein.
It's same power vein. So instead of having to touch stuff to know their future, you can see a bit ahead into the future ever so often. a draw to that would be you know what's going to happen, so you can prepare for it with your combat ability, and then you'll know ahead of time, okay, when I came to this area, something happened in my precognitive foresight, so I know to be prepared. Danger sense does make sense in other scenarios.
In theory.
In theory, yes. In other scenarios, it does make perfect sense, like my hero.
And not this theory, though.
In this sense, I can understand why Geronimo doesn't want it, but I can also understand why Broken would want it, because it does make sense, because he knows something's going to happen, he doesn't know what ahead of time. It depends on how you word the power. This, again, as I've been saying how many times today, it falls under the idea of secondary power support. You can't have one power, you need multiple powers. You have one power that's the base, and then the rest are very minute powers that allow it to work.
Listen here, you cocksucking motherfucker.
Okay, look, Danger Sense makes sense because he would know way ahead of time of a fight that something's going to happen. Not what, but something. And when it shuts off, he knows it's happening now, which is what he says and means when he says he wants this. That makes sense. But every ability that is passive that shuts off in this scenario is a form of Danger Sense. He would just know way ahead of all of us.
That's why I wanted to have the power, because like, hey, it gives me a heads up. Like, I gotta be more on guard. That's the only thing.
To me, it's
that's
still,
the main point.
It's still a useless power.
You want to talk useless powers? We can talk useless powers.
So is Mirio's power. So is Mirio's useless power.
Oh, okay. What's your combat?
What?
How is his useless?
Ask his father.
Did his father say it was useless?
According to him, it was. That's why he said it was too difficult to control.
Okay, difficult to control and useless are two different things. Useless is like the power to grow your hair 2 times faster.
Yeah.
Oh, or like the fucking eyeballs of my hero.
Yeah, pulling your eyeballs out and stretching them.
Or that one guy with the stretchy finger. Actually,
that
no.
is actually pretty useful.
He would be a good hero in the porn industry.
Of course,
not all heroes wear capes. Okay, Geronimo.
Of course, you're
Depending on who you ask.
Especially you. I knew you were gonna say something like that.
Some wear no clothes at all and have really stretchy fingers. Anyways.
Watch, his fingers are his fucking costume. He's just naked.
Oh, I know,
like his hand is right there, but his fingers cover his body. Like that's his costume. He has one hand free.
I did forget to mention that it does not have to be hostile to you, but it's a hostile territory in general.
So like if there's a fight going on, yours deactivates.
Or like a building on fire or something like that.
No, hostiles and people.
Hostile in people.
People, not animals. Because if it was animals, I'm fucked.
Yeah, if it's animals, he's fucked.
How'd you get animals when I said a building on fire?
Because that indicates a generic or general style of danger.
Okay, yeah.
It's not danger to you, it's danger in general.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Because in one of the superpowers, you're going to have people like, I want laser eyes as my combat ability. And then you get fucking pelted in the chest by a guy trying to fight some guy that can fucking, I don't know, stretch his fingers and trying to touch his butthole.
Yeah.
Okay, you got me there on that one.
And also, the range of the hostility is 20 meters, or what's 20 meters again? Okay.
Fine, let's
60
bullshit.
feet. Yeah, 60 feet.
I don't need your metric leaf water.
Here's the way I see it. In
well,
the
I'm sorry.
System, it's like a meter is 3 feet.
I'm sorry. We use that all the time at work, and I still don't fucking understand. I'm just
You're wrong.
Thanks.
Blame the Minnesotians up there.
Minnesotians. That sounds like a tribe of idiots.
It sounds like a D&D tribe. That's
You're not
wrong.
wrong.
You know, it's funny to say that too because
quick, we gotta hide. The Minnesotans are coming.
Robin and Batman.
Oh yeah, he's actually.
He's not from Fremont, is he?
No, he was actually 2 hours away from that area.
Anyways, what was your combat ability?
Oh, it's the same as Kirishima's basically, just the hardening quirk. Just, hardening his skin and body. Same drawback as him and all different stuff. Basically, I just want his power.
That's cool.
Okay, now there's going to be a useless because now you can't use it. Oh, dick.
This is combat one. Okay, but as Geronimo said, we can train them too, so how would you train it?
The only way I know how to train it is the same way I would train, it's the same way I train basically my knuckles to where I can, be able to hit shit and not really feel the pain as much.
Were you about to hit your fucking laptop?
I was gonna hit something, but I didn't want. I was gonna hit the wall behind me, but I didn't know what to hit. So like, I'm getting.
As a hit, Geronimo.
Well, he's
It's
not.
like hitting a brick wall.
Yeah, you got like, the same way I train my knuckles. It sounds stupid, but when I was a younger kid in like 7th or 8th grade, I always thought high school was gonna be like I'm gonna get beat up and all the different shit all the time because I'm a small little guy. So I literally would scrape my knuckles across buildings, across concrete, and all whatever stuff.
That does not work, to be honest with you. That just fucks up your knuckles.
Well, not necessarily.
It roughens up the skin and causes it to grow back more dense.
Well, in my defense, it kind of worked because I mean, like,
Well, not if you fucking do it to the bone, dumb shit. But I mean, like, over time, just scraping it causes the skin to grow back and make scar tissue, which is denser than normal skin.
well, I thought it would make my
I know
my
this.
knuckles
I have
harder,
so many scars. Fuck you.
I was like, I thought it would make my
I'm not
knuckles
emo.
harder. So like,
I was about
that's
to
what
say
I would do to
something.
train it. Like, I would basically
Clarifying
like.
that.
I would basically like just either like punch something every now and then, or like I would do something like not to
Every
hurt
60
myself,
seconds.
not to hurt myself, but I would ask like, hey, like somebody with like a certain power or somebody with like a fucking baseball bat, like just keep hitting me until I say stop. Oh my god!
Yeah, fuck, you still love that one. Still love that one.
We're not gonna explain that. Anyways,
Please don't. We're not gonna, because I'm not gonna know how
the
to.
ferret is not emo or suicidal.
It just is a retard.
I have too many scars. Scar tissue is denser. I know because it's harder to bleed there.
Bless you times 5.
Ah,
One more time.
Fuck you.
I feel like one more's coming.
fuck yes. Okay, so now that we've gone through, god damn it, I can feel another one. Hold on. Fuck you. It's gonna go away now.
Yo, it's coming. It's coming.
It's like running through my nose. I hate talking and sneezing, but I don't know. I think it's all the pepper I added to my broccoli.
See, I told you.
What did you get?
I love pepper.
You can love pet, dude.
I'll eat a spoonful right now.
Get a spoonful right now.
You know what's funny? You just add spice.
No, it's because I'm not British. I didn't travel the world trying to find spices and decided all of them sucked.
That's what the British did?
Yeah.
They conquered the fucking spice trade and then decided these all taste like shit and all their food is bland.
Yeah, because they have no palates.
We have no fucking British viewers. Fight me.
Actually, I think we might have one.
I don't
Who?
care.
Huh? Who?
I'm actually
Whomst
thinking.
the fuck?
Actually, no. We're good.
Whom's the fuck
No.
is coming over to the U.S. and want to fight a U.S. motherfucker?
That one Josh guy off of TikTok?
I'll kick the shit out of him.
I like him. He's nice.
I'll kick the shit out of him. And that just means I'm gonna kick him.
You know,
Anyways.
that guy thought that he was gonna take like an hour to get across the entirety of the United States, like the UK. No,
That was
dude.
a
You can drive for like what, 10 hours in Texas and still be in Texas?
Yes.
It's probably more like 5, but
No, it'll be like
Is it 6?
7 hours. Well, let's hang on from the two like widest points, like from Brownsville to like the very north of Texas. That'll probably take like 7 8 hours along. No,
I drove for 3. I didn't even drive. I was in the vehicle for 3 going from where we live to your hometown, Broken.
yeah, it's
And it was there and back in one day.
that's like 6 hours worth.
Yeah, and that was up near where I work, which is not in our city.
No.
So it took me 16. It takes me 16 hours or
You're
18
coming from Minnesota.
from Minnesota.
You told me 16.
17. Okay, it took a little bit longer because we had to stop.
Yeah,
Oh,
stop
okay,
and
yeah.
get snacks and
If it's non-stop, 16, right? If it's a little bit
he
longer,
had to
like,
stop for his hooker break.
well, you need a hooker break, dude. Everyone needs.
I don't.
No, I had to get whatchamacallit, okay?
Dude, those are amazing. You know, they actually made so they made whatchamacallits, and then they made thingamajigs.
Didn't it?
Was there a doohickey?
Was it thingamajigs or doohickeys? I think it was a doohickey actually.
Bro,
I actually made that up.
No, they like so you know the whatchamacallit is its own thing.
I think my mom likes that. I, think
I
that's
love
one of her favorites.
whatchamacallits.
Yeah, they're
That's the
actually
actual
pretty
name
good.
of the candy. Whatchamacallits.
Or is it a
They
Mr.
made another one. I think it's
Is it a Mr. Goodbar? She
Uh,
likes? I can't remember.
what was the first one said? Not doohickey. It was
Whatchamacallit?
no that one.
Thingamajig?
Thingamajig. I think that's what it was. I checked. My phone's charging.
I'll check too, but I don't feel like getting my phone.
So would I.
Anyways, since we've discussed the powers for us in this scenario, one of the topics I wanted to talk
Randy.
about when we did my birthday podcast, which was way off our mark on timing.
Oh,
but
by the
that
way, happy
timing-
birthday.
Happy
Timing-
belated birthday
timing
after
issues.
fucking 5 months.
I know.
That's fine. Anyways.
And then
um,
I'm back for my birthday too, so happy birthday to me too.
Happy
God,
birthday.
Yours only a few weeks
to
though. Happy birthday to you.
Yeah.
You live in Minnesota.
Hey, we didn't do a birthday podcast for me like we did last year, so like don't worry, I'm not salty about that.
I
Oh,
just
no
want to talk
wor-
about superpowers because I'm a fucking.
No worries,
nerd.
we're gonna do it
Fine.
again. Everybody's gonna get a birthday podcast now.
Oh please, I hope we do. Oh, and that we've already missed like 2 birthdays
We
then.
missed a lot of
We
birthdays.
missed a lot of birthdays.
Well,
Dude,
to be
okay.
fair, they're not
Doll
here
will-
no more.
Dude, Baby Doll will run through that door right now and stick all of our heads up our asses.
She's not even here
She's
no
not
more.
touching my butt.
What do you mean she's not here anymore?
She's over in Dilly.
No.
she's still over. She's still over to it.
No, she's not here in the podcast no more. How often has she been on the podcast?
True. Well, she says she still wants to do it. I've talked to her about
She
it, but
still wants to do it, but yet the thing is,
we never have time. That's the only thing. Our
The-
scheduling is
the
just.
schedule is different than
All of ours.
all of ours.
Back to this.
Like I said, like, hey, whenever I start calling you on Saturdays, I can just put a big old thing on Discord. Like, hey guys, I'm gonna go on Discord right now, do a podcast. Whoever wants to hop on, hop on.
So
15.
nice. That's +1, I think. I feel another one.
Someone.
We're just waiting for you.
I know. I'm waiting on it too.
We're all waiting on it. Okay.
Anyways,
Bless you, by the way.
superpowers. So there's a theory in media, and I want to ask you too because I've asked this to Angel before when we watched a certain movie. It was Firestarter by Stephen King, which is not the best movie. It
Haven't
was
seen it.
half decent, if I had to be honest.
Haven't seen it.
But the theory is, does the person's personality match their power, or does the power match the personality? And when I say match, I mean, does a person's personality influence what power they get, or does a person's power influence what their personality becomes? Because if you look at it like you just get it now, you could see like if Broken just all of a sudden got super strength and started being more tough, grit, fucking I'm a go.
That's all it's him to use his power for.
Why would I do that?
He ripped his dick off.
Why would I do that? I need that.
You the porn. You're the
Anyways,
pervert in this family.
Yeah.
Mom, Dad, stop fighting.
I think I just
I'm in
lost.
flashbacks.
I'm pretty sure I just lost. We lost every single female viewer on this.
We have female viewers?
I don't know, but if we did,
We wouldn't have in the beginning, so I'm sorry about that.
Yeah. Anyways.
Especially when this guy's here.
and now I feel sad.
No worries,
Anyways.
I'm just as ugly.
Okay. I ain't ugly.
I mean,
He's the only one with a girlfriend, so
That's
doesn't
true.
mean I'm not ugly. I'm fucking hideous.
And yet you're the only one with a
I
girlfriend. and
will
we're not.
call up Angel and ask her what she thinks about you.
Do it right now, man.
She thinks I'm
She's
handsome.
asleep, I think.
No, she's probably awake watching TV.
Is she?
She's
Oh,
a
okay.
night owl, isn't she?
Yes. Anyways.
Yes.
So, for instance, so Geronimo's a big guy, tough guy. If he were to get his power now, would it be heightened durability or super durability because of his personality? Or if he had it at birth, would he become this big hulking man that he is because of his power of super durability?
Really fucked up
The
with that power,
idea
bro.
can be seen both ways, but it can also be seen as the opposite. Someone who gains super strength becoming more confident, more stronger, or somebody who's like a really airheaded person getting power that grounds them to earth and makes them more thoughtful of stuff.
Well, let me kind of put it this way.
Yeah.
Now, first off, when you say born with the power, it's like, okay, yeah, I think like it manifests after like a certain time. I don't think they're born with it. Like, could you imagine some little baby, like imagine
My
like
Hero?
a 6-month-year-old. Okay, yeah, I'll give you that. But imagine like a 6-month-year-old baby, you know, burping and all of a sudden like burning down
My
the
Hero?
kitchen.
My hero.
Fire Force.
Okay, I'll give you that. I'll give you
I'm gonna name off all of anime at the
I mean,
moment that I
even
can think of.
in My Hero, President Mike was born with his powers. When he was born, he made the doctor that delivered him and his parents deaf.
That's right. That's right.
Wow.
So is he a loudmouth person because of his power? Or is his
Well-
power loudmouth because that's what his personality was predestined to be?
Sorry, yeah, I was gonna get to that. I was gonna say like I believe that the power would influence the person because here's the thing: it goes kind of back to the whole nature versus nurture debate when it comes to raising your children. Now think of it like this: say there are two people who are insanely identical, like basically clones of each other. Okay, and you put one guy in, say, a regular blue-collar American home, and you put the other guy in, say, the Netherlands. Okay?
They actually tried that with triplets, by the way.
That was a legit experiment. I will send you that if you want to know about that.
I actually am kind of curious about that. But I'm just saying, like, if you took two clones, basically, and send them to two different places, see how they grow up. If their personality develops naturally, despite where they go, then hey, that's what happens, and it's a person's, like, that's their nature. However, if the environment does it, then it's the way you nurture them. I believe it's the same with powers. Like, let's take My Hero Academia for example. Like, let's say Bakugo. I'm looking at my poster right now, and look at his power. Like, it was big, it was flashy, it was loud, and it was honestly a bit of like an abrasive and destructive quirk. Okay, Bakugo has always been a very aggressive, straightforward, abrasive, and destructive kind of person. And it was because everyone kept praising him, saying, you're going to do great, you're going to do awesome, you're amazing, and his ego got inflated, that just made it worse. But I believe that his power...
That's nurture.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I believe that his power, along with all the other outside stimuli, are what shaped his personality. Whereas look at Deku. He's quirkless. Everyone, yeah, they were all mean to him. He was completely defeated and everything like that. It wasn't until he got his power later in life that his confidence started to change. Because think like this, what was he known for the most when the series first started?
Being a creep and crybaby.
Being a freaking crybaby. That's correct. But now, it's like, say later on in the series, what is he known as now? The badass hero who's gonna save the whole world. Somewhat. He's a lot more confident.
I was gonna say, if you want a better example, just go with Todoroki.
Yeah.
Because that's nature.
That is very much nature.
That is okay. I'll give you that.
Because, to be honest, Midoriya was kind of nature and nurtured. He was that mix of the group.
He was the mix of the two, but honestly, I feel like it's the powers that kind of shape the personality, if you ask me. Because, again, Todoroki's the same way. He's mostly, I mean, think about it. He's mostly, like, gives people the cold shoulder, always acting calm, cool, and collected. Yet, when he gets pissed off, he gets pretty fiery. He's, I don't want to say bipolar, but, you know, he's kind of bipolar. Again, like his power. Two complete opposites.
To be fair, though, it was not that he was being calm, cool, and collective. It's just the way his father treated him.
Made him cold.
Yeah, he made him cold.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But
yeah. No, but it's not... It wasn't due to his power. He was actually an actual energetic and happy kid. That was before all the shit with his mom and his dad. Because after the incident with his mom that scarred his face,
yeah,
that's how he became a cold kid.
Talk about spilling the tea.
You forget about that.
No, I don't forget about that. And because again, it's because of his father. Let me guess. It's because of his father, his fire side, that he learned to hate his fire side, relying mostly on his cold side. His father turned him into a cold, unfeeling person. Hence, again. Okay, hang on.
This is why we can't have powers in the U.S. because we'll have motherfuckers from the hood.
Well, no, I'm just saying because again, like I said, it's because of his father that he became cold and distant, like his main power. Because his father made him cold and distant, and he swore to himself to only become a hero using only his cold power. His fire made him cold, which basically means like he used his cold. You know. Like his power influenced it by a little bit.
No, it's
so both of you are in the two different camps. You believe it's nurture. You believe it's nature. Or no, opposite. You believe it's nature.
No, I believe it's nature.
I believe it's nurture. He believes it's nature.
Yeah, you believe it's the nature of the person that shapes the power. You believe it's the nurturing of the power to shape the person.
Yes.
And that's to be fair. I do understand. I mean, but to be honest,
again, two sides of a coin.
Yeah. Here's my final example. I want to, if I may give my final example.
You interrupted me anyways, dickhead.
Sorry.
Pinch it.
Before I forget, look at like this. In our real world we have right here, look at, say, kids who grew up in poverty versus fucking spoiled-ass rich kids. The spoiled-ass rich kids have, because of what they have, what they were born with and what they were born into, they take everything for granted and they believe that they are entitled to this or that or whatever, and they believe that they're above everyone else. Whereas somebody who grew up in more of a bit of a impoverished home style or homestead, they need to work more hard for their stuff, and they don't take stuff for granted. They are a little bit more like, I can't find the words.
Respectful.
Thank you. I couldn't find the word. They're
Yeah.
more respectful, and they know what the value of a dollar is and what the value of a hard day's work is. They don't see everyone else as like, I'm above you, I'm above that. Like, they see everyone like, hey, we're all on equal front. End of the day, we're all gonna die. End of the day, we're all just worm food. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's another thing too.
You're really gonna make me look into the racial shit then, right? Because you're forgetting there's also certain places where it's.
I'm not bringing race.
Difference.
I'm not bringing race into it. I'm just saying, like, power. I'm just making
No,
an
because you're
example.
going with the rich kids versus poor people, and you're also forgetting poor people think they're rich, rich people think they're poor. How do you think they got rich in the first place?
Some of them are just born into that.
Some of them were born into it, but some of them actually earned it.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, like,
But
it depends on the person.
You're also forgetting.
You're generalizing it.
I am generalizing it. Yes.
He's saying that all rich kids are born rich. All poor people are born poor. You're kind of.
Okay, yeah, that was a bad example, but it was the only example. I thought it was a good example in my head.
It to be honest.
If you worded it better.
If
I
you
had
worded it
worded
better,
better.
it would have been a good example. But you're also forgetting that, like I said, we have people who believe they're rich and they're poor as fuck. We have people who are rich and they think they're poor, and that's a good thing as well.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Okay, so that topic is what I wanted to talk about because
Let's get off this before you actually get
yeah.
an argument.
Okay, no. So this specific topic, the reason I bring this one up is because I want to know. That's my switch. I want to know. I want to do this with a couple more people, but stupid fuck.
And I should have the teeth mark in it.
God damn it! I can't. I didn't. That came with my switch, so I can't talk shit. Anyways.
Your girlfriend's gonna get mad at me though.
Nah,
She won't know about it.
she doesn't
I
watch
can
these.
edit it out.
Okay.
Anyways,
We're
so
40 minutes in.
the
Not 40
reason
minutes in.
for this that I bring this specific one up is I want to talk to you. I know we talked about what power we want, but what power do you think you'd be born with? And to the opposite of that, what power do you think the other person would be born with? Like, for instance, what does Broken think he'd be born with versus what do me and you, Geronimo, think Broken would be born with? And it would be the same for all of us. What do y'all think I'd be born with, or what do me and Broken think Geronimo would be born with? Because the idea of this falls into this because we know Broken, we know his personality. So what power do we think he'd be born with that would be affected by his personality?
I plead the
But
fifth.
God damn it.
I plead the fifth.
But Broken sees it differently. He knows himself better than anyone else. So what does he think he'd be born with that he would chip the power to be?
Honestly, and I'm not trying to make any jokes on this one. I think for myself, I see myself being born with the power of either like invisibility or like some kind of like sneaking, or not sneaking, but like transparent kind of power. I'm not trying to make like myself sound like sob story, but like I've always felt like when I'm in like a big old crowd of people, I've always felt like I just put me in a little corner by myself, and I'm okay with just watching. Hell, even when I go to a restaurant, I always try to get a table like toward the back of a place, my back toward the wall, so I can see what's going on. I like to be like invisible, that kind of bit. I'm not making any jokes. I saw the face you made, but
and you're taking my spot basically.
is that what you think you'd be worth?
No, you're just taking my spot.
No, he means like sitting at the table.
Yeah.
Like when we go out to eat, he likes to be able to see everybody.
Oh, okay.
That's a defensive tactic.
Yeah. To be fair,
Yeah, I get that. But to be honest, like I kind of feel like I need to be a lot more defensive because again, I'm a little guy who doesn't really dish out a lot of pain, but it doesn't take a lot of pain either.
I'm more about offensive, to be honest with you.
Yeah, no, but what do you think he'd be born with? Knowing him as we know him now, everything we
Something
know
like
about
Hiroshima.
him,
The protective
Hardening? Some type of protective power, like
Yeah.
maybe it could be hardening, but I
No,
could also see
no,
like a
even-
barrier style power.
Not even that, because maybe something with healing, because he's also a caring person.
True.
Yeah, but like I'm sorry, but I kind of go with healing. I could definitely see a ferret with a healing based ability. Again,
Even though
based off what I believe.
Even though we made that kind of a some joke, rescue ferret, I don't see him with any kind of healing. I see him more as something with technology.
Yeah, well, for me, I see mostly healing rather than technology. Nothing
Right.
against your
That's fine.
technological mind. It's just like I can see you more as a healer. Again, that's more based off of like your personality than anything else. Because let's face it, a lot of us go to you for a bunch of stuff, whether it be like emotional healing, physical healing, and you've always been there for us a lot of the time.
And this is why I bring up this topic specifically because it's such an interesting question. It's one thing to ask someone, what power would you like? You get to pick, but what do you see yourself being given?
Yeah.
Not what do you get to pick. You don't get to pick and choose like a deck of cards. Like, oh, I want this one. What do you think your hand would be if you were dealt it? So personally, for broken, I could see the barrier or like a type of defensive ability, like you're saying, like a hardening or like a barrier style, but. Personally, I see some type of like general strength or general body enhancement, like similar to One for All, where it ups not just his strength but durability, speed, mind. Think O'Clock almost from the Vigilante series.
Yes. So you basically think you see me like as an enhancement kind of quirk?
Yeah, not even just quirk, just power.
Power in general.
May I ask where this come from?
Just how you are in general. You're always striving to be better. You're always striving to get better at what you're doing.
Yeah.
You're a competitive person when it comes to improvement. You work out a lot. That's quality of life improvement. You're always a hard worker. I know you're a hard worker. You're always trying to be better than you were yesterday. That's why I see a general enhancement style thing.
I actually see that too, but to be honest, it's also a little bit of a flaw.
Oh yeah, obviously, but I mean, what isn't flawed? Powers in general are flawed.
To be fair, I believe that as well. Because you have to find a flaw to think. I'm not trying to put you down.
No,
you have
fine.
to find a flaw. Oh, fuck, what was that term? You have to find the storm to find the beauty.
Like I think the different ways
I don't remember the actual term, but you have to find
diamond in the rough.
basically the diamond in the rough. But you basically do every battle. There's always something coming out of it.
I think one I heard once was through every hellscape you got to find that one oasis.
I just didn't remember the quote. I just remember
That's a quote. I don't know if that's the quote you're thinking of, but that's a quote I've heard once.
But like now you guys kind of understand why I want this question because it's my go-to question for people is if you're born with a superpower, what power would you want?
Yeah.
And that has always been one thing. But like, and when I say power, I don't just mean like, oh, I can create storms or whatever. I mean like, it can be anything, like physical mutations, like Shoji's bigger body but duplicate arms, or
That one
Hawk's
kid
wings.
with the scale, or
Yeah, anything is a power. That's why I ask, because people think of basic power, or not basic, but like the basic comic book powers. You know, the power can be literally anything. Your power could be fucking summoning cats.
I think my dad's
And I could
favorite
see
powers,
Angel having that.
hey kitty.
I think my dad's favorite power has always been super strength or super speed. One of those. I can't remember. I'll ask him when I see him next.
What about you, Jerome? What do you see yourself being born with?
To be honest, I really don't see myself with the powers in general.
No, and just like think of it not as like a world of My Hero.
No,
Like you have the option, or not option, but like there's a chance you could be powers.
Yeah, no.
Think of a world like
Marvel or
not
Naruto?
Marvel. I guess Marvel, but like a setting where everyone has
Yeah,
power. There
like-
is no one without a power.
Black Clover,
no.
Asta. I mean, even then, Asta has his own magic, anti-magic.
Yeah.
which is magic.
Yeah, so a setting like that where everyone has something.
That's not oxymoron. isn't it?
And while they may not all be unique, you're gonna have people with overlapping abilities,
Yeah.
similar but not the same, which is one of my favorite sayings.
To be honest, like I said, I actually don't see myself with anything because basically, how I see myself is I overlap with a lot of shit. I overlap with protectiveness, so I have strength, but I also see myself as a barrier because I'm also I always sometimes close myself in.
That
And
could,
then I also see myself like a healing person because I always try to help somebody who they need to be helped. Because
yeah, I see it.
in general, I don't see myself with just
One power.
one thing. I see myself, just
Well, that itself would be its own power. You're not just, I have no power. It's, my power is whatever fits at the moment. It could be similar to, not all for one, where
Like
you can
a-
take, but like Think Metronome
Jack
from Jack or Metronome from
From
Pokemon.
Pokemon, yeah.
Where it can be anything, but it's kind of just random, which fits you to a T. You're random as fuck, which...
Whether it be super fucking useful or super fucking,
Stupid.
useless.
Hammer space.
Instead of getting hyper,
Hammer space.
Instead of getting hyper, we can get splash.
See, and that I feel like that's more what...
Hammer space.
No, that doesn't... okay, I'm not saying that's what I feel your power would be. Because I feel like that's what you probably would see it as, though.
I can personally see his power definitely being, like you said before, a barrier, but a protected barrier. Like, say if there was a fire, he'd put up a shield to protect all three of us, even if it, drained him immensely. That's what I can see you as. Because honestly, dude, you're basically a protector. Like, you're like a guardian, essentially.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Like, okay, so personally for you, Geronimo, what I see is going to be either high density muscle, which is mutation based. Think muscular, but unable to like do the whole fucking hulking mass he does. It's just your muscles are anywhere from like 2 to 8 times as dense as what a normal humans would be.
Mm-hmm.
So I see him as just strength, but that's also just me knowing you as I know you. That's me seeing someone who's, while he sees himself as not the strongest person around,
Not the smartest.
not the smartest, definitely, but while you don't see
You're not
yourself,
wrong either.
while you don't see yourself to be the strongest person around, you are 1,000 times stronger than you ever think yourself to be. You honestly, if I'm honest, dude, you're one of the reasons why I feel like I'm ever inadequate. I feel like I'm chasing behind you, trying to get better because I mean, look where you're at now, dude. You've done well.
Yeah.
You may not see yourself as doing well, but I think you're doing amazing right now. And honestly, you're one of the people I look up to. So
I don't mean to be like that person, though. I always tell people, and I've taught,
you told me plenty.
never chase after somebody, try to beat them.
Oh yeah, but I mean, I'm chasing to get there to stand beside you and go further. But that's what I mean when I say strong, because when I think of someone who's strong, I don't just think of pure mass and muscle. I see you as strong-willed as a person. So that's why I say strength, because not only would that, tie into the secondary power that I mentioned earlier of just being more durable, you're basically our shield, dude. You're our frontline tank. You're there dealing out damage and taking it in and aggroing off of others. That's why I see like some form of super enhanced durability and strength, which if you have enhanced strength or durability, you're going to have the other as well. That's what I see you having, because I could see you just as you like, if we're in a burning building, I could see you throwing us fucking out the building and then running out like that scene from that one anime I showed you, the 10th one for all user.
Yes.
I could completely see you doing that.
Hell, I could
That's
see.
what I see when I think of you.
It all depends on where we're at.
Dude, he'll fucking run into the building. He's like, "Are you guys okay? Yeah, I'm fine. What's going?" Just throw me out the freaking window. Fire like.
I'll just throw you out
Tuck
the
and
door.
roll! Tuck and roll!
I'm picturing him busting out a fucking All Might debut of just, I am here, saving people from a bus.
Dude, let's face it. He'll have me under his arm and have you over his shoulder, just like, okay, I got him. Let's go.
But, I mean, you understand where the question is now. It's an interesting question to ask people now.
It's not just like, oh, what power do you want? I want super strength. Like, no, what power do you believe you would have been born with based off of your personality and who you are?
It's a very deep, introspective question that sounds silly on the surface, but when you boil it down, it makes you think about who you are, what you are, how you became that.
Do you know that actually fits a lot? Because one of my coworker, actually, I see him with like speed.
Right? But he probably sees himself as something else.
Yeah, because he's
on speed?
No,
I'm
because
sorry, I had to.
no, it's because
Anyone want this other one, Mo?
Water, please.
oh, what fine. I to be honest, because he sees himself as
Thank you, brother.
he's very energetic, but he doesn't think. He's more move first, think later type of person.
Impulsive.
Yeah.
Nice.
More impulsive type of person, and
Actually, kind of going back for a quick second, Farrah, what you said to Drama earlier, how you said you don't be like me, be better than me. It reminds me of my little cousin. She told me broken. I want to be just like you when I grow older. I want to be just like you. You're this, you're that. She looks up to me a lot. A lot of the kids do from my family, and I keep telling them the exact thing. Like, okay, but what after that? And she's like, what? I was like, I'm gonna call her Baby Broken, but I was like, listen, Baby Broken, don't try to be like me.
We really name off
I was
the
like,
bar.
never try to be like me. Always be better. Always do better. I want you to look back and say, wow, he was cool, but I am a fucking god.
No, the thing is, I understand how you're saying it. But basically the terminology what you're thinking of is, let's go like to sports.
Yeah.
You're a backup, but you're a backup to
We're
a
not
starter.
talking about sports. I got pissed.
Go for it. You're a backup to a starter. A starter's actually teaching you, and everybody's saying, "Oh, he's the next person of the starter." I'd say like, I'm trying to think of somebody who football. Let's go to football. Emmitt Smith.
Uh-huh.
Everybody thinks this running back is going to be better than Emmitt Smith, but he don't see himself as Emmitt Smith. Let's say he tells that backup, I don't want you to be better than me. I'm teaching you. I want you to beat me out of this position. I want you to beat me out of my job. Basically, is what I'm saying is, if you're going to watch me, fine. But I want you to make sure you beat me out of everything I do.
Like, be better than me.
Be better than me at everything I can.
Yes.
If you think, that's the reason why I love competition, is because I know somebody's better than me at something.
There's always a bigger fish, man.
Yeah.
That's just how it goes.
And that's.
You good for it?
Yep, talking stuff in.
And if you are not better than. If you don't want to beat me out of what I am, beat me out of being me, then I'm sorry. At this time and this moment, you can't beat me, because you don't want to beat me. Basically, you don't want to make yourself better.
Trying to overdo with all the freaking vapes.
Well, to be fair, I did bring him like 80 fucking vapes.
You did bring him 80 fucking vapes.
Alright, so let me get back over there so they can hear me.
Grab the snacks.
I did not grab my snacks. I grabbed my phone.
It's fine.
But yeah, I'm gonna steal some of your chips, by the way.
Go for it. I got a
So-
few chips, but not a lot.
No, I see. I saw them. I'm just gonna steal them in a second.
Lastly is me. Broken, you said what kind of power? Healing?
I can definitely see you as like a healing kind of power, whether it be like a mental or even a physical kind of thing. Because I've seen mental healing.
I see that too. You know, I see him with electronics, but I also see him as healing as well. Just because we used to. That's the reason why we got the rescue fur from.
Yeah.
And we're supposed to be in EMTs together, but shit
Didn't pan out.
No.
did not pan out.
You know this one
Did
wants
not
me.
pandemic out.
You know this one wants me to go for EMC.
No, police officer. Me and him. I told him that when I do come back, if I get the vehicle, by the way,
Yeah.
I'll ask you later. I told him that me and him should go to the academy at the same time. I forgot the age limit, so we need to do it sometimes before you age out.
I think it's like somewhere in the 30s, late 30s.
Okay. But yeah, I want to do it before you age out.
I'm not even 30 yet, in case you guys are wondering. But
He's only 16.
No, I'm not making it sound because like you made it sound like he's somewhere in his mid 30s, like before you age out. Make it sound like I'm gonna age out in the next 20, like the next 10 years or 2 years. Like no, I'm
To be fair,
I'm mid 20s,
mid to late.
mid to late,
I'm early to late, early to mid.
early to mid. You're both early to mid.
Oh, he's early.
I'm mid to late. Oh yeah, no, you're straight up early.
I am baby boy.
You're like the youngest in the group, aren't you?
No, Metal Doom is younger than me, as is Jackal.
Okay, but well, aside from the two of them, yeah.
Oh yeah, aside from the two of them, yeah.
Especially Metal, since he's over in Brackerville.
Yeah, but I why tech? Like I know I mess around with tech a lot. Hence me having a whole repair kit over there.
You're just good with technology.
You honestly are. Plus, your capacity to learn is pretty good.
And you actually wanted to wanted to go to school with it before all that shit with everybody went out.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But like, what do you see like specifically? Like talking to it or like controlling it?
Controlling it.
Because there's multiple facets for that. Like you could say controlling it or talking to it, which is in a TV show we still gotta watch, Heroes.
Yeah.
There's one kid who could talk to it and make it do what he wanted. There's a little baby that could touch stuff and make it turn on and off. There's you could have interfacing, so I could do like interface shit. Like I could see a UI in my own space and manipulate stuff like that.
True. Plus, like, Geronimo, like, don't forget, I mean, Fairy does have a really high capacity to learn. I'm sorry, I mean,
you're good. I said, but like, healing, I mean, I guess I could see it too, like, in general healer, because I try to help y'all as best I can, both physically and mentally. What did you forget you have?
I forgot about these.
You fat fuck. We just ate dinner.
You had 2 plates, I only have 1.
There's more? Go get more.
No, we're saving it for your wife.
She probably ordered food.
She can still have food.
She can still have a home cooked meal.
True. Personally, I see my power as something similar to what I said Geronimo would see his as, which is be just random fucking power every like day or every now and then. Because, as y'all said, I have a high capacity to learn, so I know a whole bunch of random bullshit. Ergo, me being the medic of our crew and the general tinkerer when it comes to fixing stuff.
Or even inventing stuff if need be.
You make one taser out of a camera.
Didn't you say you could also make a catapult?
I mean, yeah, I built one.
Yeah, they built one. I was not allowed in that class either because me and
I didn't build one.
I also built a boat out of cardboard. Anyways.
And duct tape.
And it was duct tape too. And caulking.
Oh, you're allowed to use it?
We were allowed to use caulking. I remember, what's her name? Her team got banned. Salutatorian.
Mm-hmm.
Her team got banned because they used special cardboard from Air Force Base that made it waterproof.
I mean, if you think about it, they kind of did. The rules didn't say.
No, we couldn't use waterproofing.
Okay,
yeah.
They fucked up.
Yeah. But personally, like power for myself would be, I could just see it being either like a very basic bones telekinesis, which I would still be able to do a lot with just simple telekinesis, but I could honestly see my power as just being like some type of mental enhancement. Like I can learn faster, I can understand stuff better, mentally boosting myself to where I can understand and see stuff differently. So think of it like this. So I would be able to learn, not just learn faster, but learn more and understand it. So not just knowing it, but understanding, comprehending, and being able to put into practice what I know now. Personally, that's what I see for myself.
And then, of course, you already know what our view on you is. Either a healer or a quote-unquote...
Technopath.
I would say technician, but yeah.
But, I mean, this opens up a lot of things, because how you see yourself is not how others see you.
No.
That's kind of why I wanted to ask you guys the question, because it's a very interesting topic.
It's just a psychopath.
Yeah. Me or you?
Both.
No, I was a sociopath.
I'm just a soft part of the asshole. Love you both, guys.
That was his nipple. But, so I asked that one because Geronimo asked what power would you want? 2 powers. Now, if you're given 1 power, what would you want for 1 power?
1 power?
Think of it. Think of this one as my hero. You get 1 power. Obviously, accounting aside the sub powers that would allow it to work, you get 1 power, 1 ability, and that's all you have. What is the 1 you want? Because 2, you can do a lot with 2 powers.
Instant transmission. That's what I want.
Teleportation.
I want to be able. I want to be able to sense a certain person or a certain place and be able to teleport to within their person's vicinity. Like, say if I wanted to visit my cousin who lives over in Seattle, I could be like, okay, where is she? Oh, there she is. And then just teleport right to her apartment. Or if I wanted to visit my other buddy who lives over in Houston. Like, okay, where is he? There he is. Oh, and his girlfriend's with him. There, I can visit them both.
And then you pop in when they're having sex. You're like, oh, my bad.
No, I know those two. They're good people. They're, I guess, good people. Like,
They're good Christian people.
Yes, they are.
Just like me.
Oh, you hear that?
I heard a church burning.
No, you can hear the faint sound of the two of them screaming at the exact same time. Bullshit.
I just hear a church burning though.
What about you, Drama? If you can pick one power to have, and it's the only power you have, what would it be? There's no combat stuff. There's no stipulations. It's just the one power.
Ability to take most damage, a lot of fucking damage.
So durability?
Their ability, or do you want that regeneration?
Probably the regeneration. And just because I know myself at work, and I do cut myself a lot.
And fall.
Dickhead. It's still your fault.
I apologize, okay?
I cracked a rib because of you.
You're fine. It heals. Ribs grow back.
Okay, look, I'm gonna
Yes, I
explain.
don't.
Here's the best context I can give. Okay, I am of Hispanic descent, and like the whole stereotypical Mexicans
Premonition.
consent shit. Okay, well, I have premonitions. Okay, I dream of events that happen months, in advance. And okay, yeah, I don't really, act upon like, oh, I can see the future. I'm gonna win the lottery. No, like little things like, oh
Okay.
shoot, my cousin's gonna get himself hurt. This is gonna happen. I dreamt that Geronimo fell from something. I didn't see what. I called him to see how he was doing, and well, a few months later,
Dude, days later.
days?
It was the next day.
Okay, well,
Because I was home, and it was probably no, it was a Monday. We got the shipment, that machine in Tuesday, and I was on top of the machine, and I was like, oh, okay, let me try to be careful.
and then you fell and hit your ribs.
I fell and almost fucking fell off.
Messaging the wife.
Yeah.
To be fair, I was also on an 18-wheeler trailer.
Was it
I
in the
was
snow?
there. I was no. If I fell, I would have went.
Okay.
I've been fucked.
My bad. Okay, we've been recording for a good hour and like 12 minutes, and it is kind of
3
late.
hours.
Do you guys want to?
3 hour podcast. Let's go.
You want to try and go for that, or
I mean, we can go as long as we want.
I'm only asking if up to you guys because it is getting late. I am kind of tired, and plus my family's coming over tomorrow.
You're always tired.
It's like what you said this morning, man. It's because I don't do shit.
You took a nap?
He took a nap. I just laid down.
That was a nap.
Jokes on you, I'm always tired, cat. I'm still able to go.
Alright.
It's the same.
Well, I was just asking, but okay. Well, I guess we'll keep going then.
We can. If
It's
you really
10.
want to quit, we can.
I'm okay for now. Plus, I kind of want to make sure you get back to the wife. Okay.
That'll be fine.
All right.
Yeah. I've had worse. I remember we did that 10-hour shift, and then I drove to go pick her up and back in the same night.
I still question why you did that.
I
but yeah,
I don't blame you.
She wanted me to.
I know she wanted you to, but you could have like, hey, can I go in the morning or something like that? Like,
We had work the next day still. That was on a Thursday, Friday.
you would have like 2 days, and then you would have gone to go get her.
I was going to, but
I know. I'm just saying. Like, I personally, I would have said like, hey, I love you, babe, but like, give me like 2 days to get myself like on a day off, so I can go when I'm well rested, and not after work when I'm groggy.
yeah, I was falling asleep on the way back on that drive.
That's what makes me so worried.
Hey, at least it's better than me.
Yeah.
Fair enough. That's very fair.
He's got us there. He's got us there.
Almost fell in.
God damn it.
Hey, to be fair, it wasn't my fault the motherfuckers almost set the house on fire
How did
when we were trying to protect the damn house.
trying to protect the house by destroying it?
I blame the guy who we used to call Trucker.
God damn it. Oh God Christ.
No, okay, so y'all
Explain
want
the story.
You want the context?
Yes, give me
Please.
context.
Alright, so first of all, at the time I was working at the gas station and I had the 10 to 6 shift. I worked at a gas station that was 24 hours. The day prior, or 2 days prior, we had a fire that broke out. And it was, at one point, it was maybe 110 acres. maybe more. It could be. It could have been a lot more. I just don't remember. Um, I had to leave due to work. There was a lot of firefighters there, and then I got called 2 days later saying, "Hey, we need you to come in because we need some people to switch out." Because there was people that has been there for 2 days, 3 days at the most, I believe, and we need to switch them out because we don't. It's too dangerous for them to do it. So I was like, all right, I have a midnight shift, but I will, as soon as I get off of work, I will go. And as soon as 6 o'clock hit, I left the store and I went straight to the station. And
Sorry, I stand up.
the worst part is, I have a guy who was driving the truck that drives worse. He should have been a NASCAR driver. I should say that.
God damn it.
Motherfucking Asian Cajun.
Oh golly.
He's Cajun.
Cajun food just sounds good right now.
Yeah.
Is every place open at 1 a.m?
Nope.
No. But
I miss the old days.
we went up there to the call. Most of it was already put down, but we're trying to make sure we try to clear out the area around the house just in case the fire came down more, because it was coming down. It was coming down at a good speed. The house wouldn't catch fire, because if it did, we would have to try to find a way to put it out. Well, at the time, my chief and my captain, my chief's oldest son and my captain's older brother, decided it'd be a good idea to put gasoline on some brush pile that they made and set the bitch on fire.
Oh god.
Forgetting that it's not even 2 feet away from the fucking house.
They set the house on fire, didn't they?
They almost did.
Oh my god.
If we had that fire, I would not have this conversation, because I would still been there fucking pissed.
Speaking of fires, you guys hear about that California fire?
Which one?
So there was I think it was California. It was like the California Women's Firefighters Association or some bullshit like that. They were trying to prove that female firefighters can do just as good a job as males.
Let me guess, it went horribly wrong?
It got out of control. And they had to call firefighters from a neighboring town, I think, or neighboring city to come put it out.
Neighboring county.
Yep. Yeah, that was a funny thing to read.
To be fair, I have nothing against female firefighters. We had
Same.
one. But you also have to know
What the fuck you doing?
that men's stamina and female stamina are different. Men's strength and female strength. Yes, we have maybe the same bone structure. We have the same muscle mass in different ways. Men, on certain occasions, are better than females. I'm sorry to say that.
What are
And
they,
they-
like, every single time, like, it's always like, oh, women are just as good as men, and we'll prove it to you. It always blows up in their face.
Well, because they try to do it, and they try to do it in the most stupidest ways, like the firefighting thing.
Yeah.
If you're gonna do something like that, make sure you have. I know it's stupid, but make sure you have men around to fucking help out, because we have, like I said, we have more stamina on certain occasions. Because shit, we can make a. I forgot what it's called. They call it, but like almost like a little. Like a trench, just a fire break. We can make those in less than half an hour, depending on where it's at.
To clarify, Geronimo, all of us here, I'm not misogynistic. It may sound like we are. Coming from 3 guys in the apartment, it sounds pretty bad.
Yes.
We are not misogynistic. If I was, I wouldn't be dating and going to marry Angel. However, there is certain things that biologically some people either don't understand or deny.
I feel like with feminism, it's all just denial. I hate it. Like, I'm all for women's rights. Okay, I have a little sister. I have a mother. I have women in my family who I believe can do anything they say their mind to, no matter what. But at the same time, I also feel like feminism is just a bunch of ignorant women who just got bullied by their older brothers and who are trying to prove points but have nothing. I'm sorry, but that's
Fair.
just my stance on it. Okay, because think about it. Especially the women, like, yeah, women are better than men. Fuck all men. They're all pigs. They're all stupid. Women have done nothing wrong. When men are, well, I forget the statistics, but we are more likely to commit suicide than women.
Let's
We
not
are more
bring that
like-
one into it. I'm sorry.
What's up?
Let's not bring that into it.
Okay, then let's not.
Yeah,
sorry, I'll stop right there.
Yeah,
I'm just
so-
saying, like, men are,
I say I understand we're most likely to do certain stuff, but let's just. I don't want to give people satisfaction to say, yeah, we push the men to do this shit.
I'm just saying.
I mean,
it's a lot-
society does. But
It's
Yeah,
a
but
lot
society. I'm not gonna say we have the hardest life.
Oh, no.
But we have.
we have our own trials and tribulations we have to
Mhm.
go through, as does everyone.
Yeah, but you also have to remember, like I said, especially when you're putting your life in
Danger.
danger, especially when it comes to a California fire. Shit, with a Texas fire, and I'm admit I was a Texas firefighter. Texas fire and California fire, not the same thing, but close to it.
It's
Yeah,
drier.
you have to know what you're doing at all times. You have to be aware what you can and can't do, and you have to know your limits. If you don't know your limits, you're putting your life in risk, and you're putting your fellow colleagues in risk.
Yeah, don't let your. This is kind of weird coming from me, but
Don't let your-
pride blind you to what you can and can't do.
Build a pot calling the kettle black.
Yeah, I understand that.
Shit, I do it too, but be honest.
I mean, I have pride in myself, yeah, but I mean,
But
I'm not that stupid with it. That's the only thing.
the thing is, my main issue is you're putting your life on the line, and you're just trying to prove a point.
Yeah.
When you're putting your life in the risk, and you're putting the people whose homes and properties you're supposed to protect at risk as well.
Yeah.
Why does it sound like the speech of Medora to Todoroki?
Yeah, feels like it, yeah.
Well, like I said, a former volunteer firefighter, and I'm not gonna say I was there for the longest fucking time. I was only there for
A couple months.
a year and a half.
Oh fuck.
I'm not gonna say I was the best firefighter either, because I would say
Aren't
I have my-
a volunteer firefighter?
no. I can say that I have my good points and I have my bad points. My bad points are more there than my good points. But the thing is, I'm still alive to admit that,
Yeah.
because I trusted my people, and I know when I can say, yeah, I need to back up. I need to back out.
You have trust in your team.
Yeah. The thing is, with the females, I don't believe they have trust in each other. That's the reason why they believed
They could do it.
they could do it.
It's fair. Getting off of this topic to avoid getting demonetized.
Not monetized in the
We're
first
not
place.
monetized in the first place.
We're not. We have to hit 1,000 subscribers and have 4,000 hours of watch time.
What's your watch time at right now?
I don't know. I can look at it later. But it's a lot less than 4,000.
No, 20.
Nice. You put the fire out, however, you're stupid and you catch your foot on fire.
I'd do that on the way.
Haven't you done that already?
I've done it 3 times
Oh, of course you
in the
have.
same fire.
Yeah. Not surprised.
No, for Broken Soul Studios, we have like 38 subscribers and like maybe 100 or so hours of watch time. I'm taking a guess. But for What If Soul, my secondary channel, I have 382 subscribers and roughly 1,200, or probably 1,300 at this point, 1,300 hours of watch time.
You're almost there on watch time.
Yeah, but what has me is I want to get the if I can get to the freaking subscriber count, that's my main goal right now.
That's fair.
Fair enough. I'm hungry.
Those were an experience. I don't know how I feel about them.
Let me ask you about something. So, Broken Soul Studios and What If Soul, do y'all two think that we could actually hit 1,000 subscribers, like say before the end of the year?
Possibly. Keep going where you're at.
If we keep aiming for the top, and
I just need a little help with this stuff. That's the only thing. I need help with editing, sound recording, and mixing, and just getting this stuff published. It's kind of hard to do it all by myself.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the podcast is the easiest thing I can do because I'm just sitting here talking to my best buddies, and this is the easiest part here. Editing it and then publishing it, that's a little more difficult for me, especially considering the fact that I'm limited on my hardware.
Yeah, I know. I need to start helping you out on that.
I cannot help because I'm not good at technology.
You speaking into this mic is more than enough.
Give us content at least.
Yeah.
Hey, if you really want content, I could ask him to do something stupid. He'd probably do it.
What?
I've done it before.
Anything.
Most of this.
Snort that water.
Please don't fucking snort. He's gonna snort, isn't he? He snorted the water.
Smooth.
Like sandpaper.
I've done that too.
Oh my
God damn it. I knew he would do it too. That's why I asked him. I couldn't mess.
What do I feel like this guy would snort taki dust?
Done it before. Not intentionally this time.
Spicy.
Why is it spicy?
Why is the air spicy?
To be honest, I've done that, and that was not on purpose. It was,
I would fucking cry if I were me, honest to God.
a stupid accident.
Yeah. And fair, not to knock on what you did for the channel, but I think we need better mics on the omnidirectional mic.
Yeah, that's fair.
To be fair, I'm not speaking the greatest at the moment.
None of us are really. My nose is stuffed up, so it's kind of impeding my...
I've been sneezing, so.
Yeah.
But we also just need to figure out a proper way to
Make this channel into a channel.
Scheduling.
the scheduling,
Editing, some other shit.
Yeah.
invitations.
I'll start inviting more people, I promise. I know what I'll do from now on. From now on, I'll put into the giant group chat, like, hey, I'm going to go online. Anybody wants to join, just join up. I don't care. Just use your aliases.
Or just hit the. Like I always say, just go to.
I'll go on a Discord and I'll just hit call.
Honestly, we could live stream the shit.
We could, but, the name drops and all different shit, so.
Well,
Until I can say, like, definitively we can get through a full podcast without a single name drop, then I can say we can do it. Yet. Give it some time. Watch, 5 minutes from now someone's going to say something.
you kind of fucked up because you said somebody's gonna say something.
Oh no, if we
You
can
and
get
your
through
damn
it.
premonitions.
Oh no, even with the jinx, if we can get through it even with the jinx, then I'll have confidence that we can do it live.
I'm a num. Oh.
Fair.
Yeah.
Alright, question, since we're just gonna continue. What are we at right now? Hour 40?
Hour and a half.
Alright, just to pad it out a little longer, then we can all end it, because I think we're all getting a little tired now.
I actually do want to get some
I have a
sleep,
couple
though,
more
yeah.
questions on powers. What's the dumbest power you've seen in, like, a show, like TV, anime, or comics?
Family Guy, when they all got powers, and Meg just got the whole make her nails grow longer.
There's actually
That's the stupidest power I can think
You know,
of.
there's actually a nod off of Wolverine's power.
Yeah.
I'm
well,
sure
I
it
mean,
was-
I feel like that's more
not
his
Wolverine.
brother.
His brother, yeah.
Sabretooth.
Not
Yeah.
even in the struggle, like just grow them faster. That's all it is.
Well, she could extend and...
Yeah, it's basically the same as
I
Sabretooth.
forget what each one had. Lois had super strength.
Super strength, super mind, super speed, and transformation. And Chris had... What did Chris have? He had something.
Wasn't it fire?
Mm-hmm.
I think it was fire. It was fire.
Brian was super speed. What was Peter's?
Transformation.
What was transformation?
Yeah.
Transformation. Because he decided to change himself into a dinosaur at one point.
A dinosaur,
Oh, yeah,
a
that's right, that's
dinosaur, a celebrity, and a pair of breasts.
You look more like this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I remember now.
And then Meg got the whole like
What Stewie had what?
Telekinesis.
brain power.
He had telekinesis?
Yep, I think he used it to beat somebody to death. Just pick the guy up like a ragdoll and ragdoll his ass.
He Albert his ass.
It was just like that one.
Yeah, Albert his ass. Oh my god.
I think he got him.
To be honest, that'd be something my dumbass would do.
What's the dumbest power you've seen? Like manga, anime, video games?
You guys can talk for a second. I gotta use the restroom badly.
Toon Force.
Which one?
Toon Force.
Toon Force.
What's that?
There's a You know how supposedly the Looney Tunes,
Oh, cartoon physics.
Toon Force.
That's the dumbest power.
You ever heard of the what's it called? The bag of infinite something?
No, I've heard of bag of many pouches.
No, not that. Not even that. It's like say like this here is the edge of the screen for a TV, and like you know like how Bugs pulls out like a mallet out of anywhere, or Deadpool pulls out like a freaking bazooka out of nowhere. That's what's called the bag of infinity. Or something.
Hyperspace.
What's up?
Hyperspace.
That's what it's called.
That's one of the names for it. Go use Spotty.
Yeah, I got it.
So really, that's the dumbest one you've seen?
No, the can of whoop ass.
Oh, badassery.
No, the can of whoop ass. Basically, the can of whoop ass of Family Guy.
I don't know that one.
He was looking in the cabinet for something to eat, and he's like, "Honey, is this new?" Yes. It's like, and he opened it. He's like, "Why would you buy this?" And it's nearly just beating his ass.
I don't know if I'd say that's a power.
But how the fuck you got that can of whoop ass in there?
True. I guess.
That'd be like, to be fair, that was just a stupid thing in general.
That's fair. Because I've seen my fair share. Like,
Well, superpower, we can always go back to the My Hero Academia thing.
are you talking about the Grapist?
Best rapist. We can do him. We can do the class that Midoriya was in before he actually became class.
That's fair. They had some dumb powers. And Alderaan High, his classmates.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them are interesting, like the Fire Hand Girl.
Yeah. That can actually come useful, but like everything else was kind of.
Oh, like the wooden face guy.
What were their superpowers?
He said kind of whoop ass, but like the powers of the people back in Alderaan Junior High, where Midoriya went to school with Bakugo.
Oh yeah.
Stretchy eyes, stretchy fingers.
You know,
Guy
that kind of
with,
reminds me of a video I saw though.
Piece of wood for a head.
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all saw this video on TikTok. Remember how I made that comment about Midoriya dying? You just.
Yeah.
I saw a video of Bakugo went to his mom's after he got into UA, and he just sees Midoriya ghost, and he's like, "Tell my mom what you did. Just tell them." Tell them. And it's like, it was a little jump scare because he yelled it in the fucking my earphones. It was like, "Tell them," and it just went blank.
It'd be terrifying. It's some PTSD type bullshit.
That is.
It is his fault though,
It's
Very
the
much
guilt.
is.
It's the guilt just killing him.
because he did tell the motherfucker to take a swan dive.
Take a swan dive off the roof and pray for a quirk in your next life.
Quick question: if he were to, would he get charged for that?
No.
No, probably
Like
not.
driving someone to suicide?
No, over in Japan, laws are different.
Midoriya will get charged for it though.
It would depreciate the value of wherever they're at living.
Oh.
Yeah, so like in Japan, it's the punishment of suicide is death.
I think I forget what country, but it's illegal to die in the House of Parliament.
Britain.
Britain,
Yeah.
because it happened before.
Because the state has to pay for it legally.
Yep.
And because it happened before.
Quite a few. I'm gonna go with like classic dumb power. Arm fall off boy.
Arms fall off.
Oh my god, yes.
Boy.
Oh, what's his name? The condiment
Condiment King. He didn't even have
Matter.
powers, did he?
Remember Matter Eater Lad?
Okay, that's kind of cool though. He ate a bomb.
He can eat anything, but like, really, like, what situation requires a guy to eat anything?
Well, he's from a different planet. He's an
Superboy
alien.
Prime. Just a racist fucker.
He's a piece of shit. We don't talk about Superboy Prime. One of the other dumbest powers I've heard of was actually from My Hero. It was called what was it? Danger Sense.
Yeah, that was the dumbest.
Damn.
We didn't give you shit.
Yeah. No, one of the dumber ones in My Hero. Just because of how it's implemented, I would say like Aoyama's a naval laser. It's not his fault. It was given to spoilers. Aoyama was born quirkless, but was given naval laser by All for One, and the power didn't sit with his body properly, so he can only use it for a very short amount of time before it starts hurting his tummy, and he can only and it leaks out of him uncontrollably. He doesn't have that special belt, which is kind of like it kind of sucks because like his own power doesn't work when he needs it to. So like as shown, like if Ashido's acid hit it, he'd be kind of fucked because he needs that belt.
Yeah. Well, think like this. It sounds almost like the Hulk also, you know? The power that you can't control running amok.
I mean, I guess, yeah. I mean, that sucks too. I guess just uncontrollable powers in general.
What about, what was it? Sun Eater's power before he made it, you know, badass?
Manifest.
Yeah.
Well, it's not even making it badass, it's training it. But I mean, like, Aoyama is not going to be able to fix it because his power doesn't properly meld with his body. Sun Eater's was just lack of confidence. If you imagine Sun Eater, but with Mirio's confidence in the early years, where he's just like, oh yeah, my power is dope, look, I just ate some chicken, grows wings or fucking legs and just fucking kicks people with them.
He might be honestly one of the best heroes ever, honestly, God. Because, I mean, look at Mirio with his power. Didn't Aizawa say he's like one of the best heroes I've ever seen, whether student or pro?
Yeah. Permeation sounds dumb, but like, given the right person and the training, it's fucking powerful. And it also, I guess, dumb would depend on the setting. Like, if you're the only one, or like, which one?
Thing.
What?
Stain's like Stain's power.
Oh,
It
yeah.
sounds stupid and
On paper.
on
it does.
paper, but in practicality, it's actually pretty useful.
Yeah, but I mean, like, if you want to think of like dumb, like, imagine having Aizawa's power, but like, you're the only one that has superpowers.
Imagine having
That's redundancy right there, isn't it?
Yeah.
imagine having Nato's power and you never knew what his powers were.
Who's?
Natives.
Nato.
Native.
Natives.
Oh, yeah. We still don't know what Nato's fucking quirk is.
Isn't he dead?
Yeah.
I think I'm not sure if he died.
Yeah. Remember he died in the war arc.
Oh yeah. Or imagine having Onomo's power, but you're one of like 13 people in the world that has the power.
Oh, yeah. And your power is to copy other powers. You have to find. You have to go to those locations and find each individual person.
Like, I mean, in a world like that, that's an amazing power because 80% of the current population has the power.
Naruto.
What?
Sharingan.
The Sharingan is actually pretty useful.
It's insanely useful, but I just like that last podcast we did. It's way too fucking broken.
Broken Soul.
I'm really broken around here.
It is. It's the same thing with like Hashirama cells,
Right.
basically.
They're the end all be all. Like, okay, seriously, like,
The stupid fucking keys on the fairy tale.
I don't even know. I don't know.
the
much
celestial
about
keys.
those.
I mean, they're not that bad. I mean, every
The
wizard
fucking-
has their own thing.
The silver keys are stupid.
Those are the most common keys.
Exactly.
The Zodiac keys are insanely fucking rare, and Lucy has 10 out of 12.
Jesus.
She had maybe like what? I want to say like maybe like 6 or 7 like silver keys, but the rest of her like the rest of her keys are all heavy hitters. They're all with the Zodiac.
You know what's funny? The dog or whatever the fuck that little snowman thing was,
Blue.
is a reference to the anime before it.
Rave Master.
Yes. I tried watching it. Got as far as like 20 episodes. I couldn't go any further. I couldn't. I tried. I couldn't.
I know one power of the broken thing sounds stupid as fuck on paper.
Which one was that? Tactile telekinesis.
Yes, tactile telekinesis. It's a really interesting power.
It sounds stupid. On
No,
paper.
I know it's. I
Sounds
know.
stupid on paper.
No, I believe me. I actually have done the research on it myself, and it is insane what you can do with that thing. And I actually thought like, I could do this and this with this kind of power. Because I actually thought about it. You could touch a marionette string and control the entirety of the marionette.
Exactly. You want a dumb power? I got one from our good old Superman.
Hand clone.
Fucking hand clones.
I still question that. I feel like if everyone look up dumb superpower, like most of the collective consciousness knows, like, yeah, it's Superman and his hand clones that one time.
He's had pretty much every power.
Has he ever done?
Or like base, like basic powers. Yeah,
Pink kryptonite.
makes him gay.
It does
You're
actually.
very fine in them with that haircut, young man.
Oh, remember that time when Batman wore a rainbow batsuit to distract all of his enemies because Robin had a broken leg?
You must earn the shadows. If you can fight crime in that, you've earned the shadows.
The funniest thing is I'm still laughing at the wood thing.
What?
Oh,
what thing?
Green Lantern?
The original Green Lantern?
The original Green Lantern, his kryptonite
Yeah.
was wood.
And then the
I
newest
don't get.
one is the color yellow. So at number 2 pencil, you can take them both out.
Superman's, Batman's contingencies for you got out.
What is it? A yellow colored bat. Watch, he's like, Alfred, what? I need you to go to the hardware store and the sports shop. What for? I need you to grab a can of yellow spray paint and a wooden baseball bat. What for, sir? Oh, you'll see.
I mean,
There we go. What's this for?
Have
This
you
is for
seen-
Guy Gardner.
Have you seen that stupid what's his name? Red Panda.
yeah.
That's what he's talking about for the
That
type.
was
Yeah, he actually did that scene.
Telekinesis or the wooden bat?
Not the wooden bat, but yellow.
The yellow scene.
The yellow pencil?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be kind of funny if the Joker was stupid. I know the Joker's probably stupid enough to do this. A folded paper airplane made of yellow construction paper. He throws at the Green Lantern.
Oh, probably. What's some other just like out there dumb powers that you guys have heard of?
An out there dumb power.
Like, I'm talking like Cypher's basic power.
What's his name? He was on the movie Deadpool 2. Just a random motherfucking dude on X-Force.
What was his power?
That's the thing.
We don't know.
We don't know.
I mean, like, if you want one that sounds weird but like cool, like there's Forget Me Not. He's an X-Men.
Oh, I remember him. Yeah.
Like you forget he exists when you stop looking at him. That like it sounds like it would suck, but like you gotta wonder how did he live for the first couple months?
Well,
You gotta hope that his X gene didn't express so he was like in his teens.
I pray it didn't, because otherwise that would ruin a person's childhood.
Well, I mean that's similar to So there's a book I read in high school called Zeros. It's these 6 kids that realize they are special. They have abilities, and the number 6 for some reason was super like important because their powers worked best when there were 6 people around.
Is it like a book or what?
Yeah, it was a book.
Okay.
It was like 500 pages, so it was like a 2-day read. I read fast.
This one says you can get through all that within probably like less than a week.
Oh yeah. He hated reading. I'm the reason he likes reading.
I'm a slow reader. I like to read, but I'm a slow ass reader.
It's just you gotta find something that really grabs you.
Oh, it's not the fact like because I'm a big fan of the Hunger Games. I read all 3 books, like nothing, but I'm a slow reader. It's like give me and my sister the same book to read, and we'll have the exact same interest in it. But I'm just a slow reader. So I take my time with this kind of stuff, even if it interests the hell out of me. My sister,
The hell? Terry Crews is in fucking Deadpool 2?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
But anyways, their powers pertain to different things. Like one guy named Bellwether, he could attract people's attention to him. One chick, these are all their nicknames, by the way. It was Bellwether, then Flicker. She was blind. However, she could see out of other people's perspective. And the reason the 6 comes into play is because they say when 6 people are around, that's when their powers are at their strongest. When there's 6 people around, she can see almost anything because everybody's going to be looking somewhere else. Bellwether could attract the most attention by gaining someone's attention, drawing more attention towards them. Crowd could draw people in to make bigger crowds and cause people to generally have one emotion over another. Anonymous, as long as you didn't know him, so essentially his was similar to Forget Me Not. If you weren't looking at him, you forget he was there. You could, and in the book they talk about the main guy Bellwether had spent a week or so on a camping trip with him to get to know him and remember him. Like he had stuff on his phone so he'd remember him. but his power let him see the connections that people had towards him. Like he could see when someone was looking at him, could hear him, or like feel him, sense him, and he could cut it. He could just make it like they'd forget to, and they would look somewhere else. He could cut their attention away. And they say 6 people is when that he was the most invisible, because around one person you know he's there, you're gonna try to remember he's there. 6 people are gonna forget and not see them. So that's what there was. That was what, 5 people?
I found out the character
No,
name.
that was 4. I'll do the last 2 and then you can say it. Okay.
Peter.
So,
Wait, what's going on? I legit got lost for a second.
the other 2 abilities didn't
Peter.
apply to that rule. Crash could cause electro equipment to fail, and then Scam could had essentially a second voice that could get whatever he wanted out of people. He could get them to do whatever by just talking, and that second voice taking over.
Wouldn't like kind of going back for a second, but you said wouldn't Shadowcat from X-Men be like a useless power?
What was their power? I forget.
Going through shit like permeation.
I mean, not necessarily. It depends on the setting, as I said earlier. But I mean, kind of. How often you can use that in your day-to-day life?
Probably every day, so you don't run into a wall or to a person.
Maybe. Any as you were saying, Geronimo?
But the guy with the powers, who we don't know about anything about.
I got distracted.
I can tell.
All right, Peter.
Peter? Dinkling?
His name was just Peter.
Dinklage.
Alright, what was his power?
Yes.
What?
We
I haven't
don't-
seen Deadpool 2.
Yeah. No,
Neither have I.
it's just yes. He didn't have one. Basically, the only reason why Deadpool hired him is it just sounds funny.
Is he the guy that Deadpool laughed at, or not laughed at, but the Deadpool yelled at about the whole Nickelback thing?
I thought you were talking about the driver from the cab from the first movie.
No.
Actually, no. I found
No, you know what actually sounds alright, and the actual power though.
What?
You know, it sounds like a stupid power, but actually, even Deadpool admitted to it. It sounds stupid.
What's the power?
Domino's luck.
Domino's luck.
Domino, you know who I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
Her lucky. She says I'm just super lucky. That's not a power.
I think the worst power imaginable would probably be that one guy from My Hero Academia with the stars on his head.
Yeah, that was pretty bad too.
Because we don't.
Don't know who that is.
He's
Neither
in
do
like
we.
the first episode when Deku's watching Kami Woods and what's her name Mountain Lady fight that one giant guy.
He came back, by the way.
Don't remember that.
He came back.
Damn, he broke out.
No, like the Starhead guy. He came back.
When?
You gotta watch this. Are you caught up on the new series?
I mean, I've read the manga, but I forget a lot.
He's back, man. He came back. He made an appearance.
Damn, that's actually kind of cool though. There was one guy that said stupid fucking power. I don't remember where he was from though.
What was the power?
I don't remember. I had it, and then Geronimo said something. I just blanked.
I think it's because we're getting tired. We're kind of getting blanked out.
Peter. Alright, Peter.
Alright,
Fucking
Peter.
just on.
I'm Bander. I'm Bander. I'm Bander.
Fuck. I've read a lot of useless fucking powers.
Oh, that's nasty.
Power. I can't say that. Anyways,
That's nasty.
that was that joke there. I can't say. Interesting powers though. There's a lot of interesting ones too, like telekinesis, but like super low power telekinesis.
So Midoriya's mom's type of power?
Well, I'm talking like so from the wiki page, which there's a superpower wiki page, which is where I go a lot. The are you floating his hair towards you?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that feels weird.
Telekinesis on a broad scale is considered great telekinesis, but like there's telekinetics out there who can pull small things. And when I say small, I don't mean like just a napkin or a fork, or like only like a block of wood that's 3 cubic feet big, or 1 cubic feet, or like 3 cubic inches. I'm talking like pulling particles.
Like what? Like particles of water or particles of fire?
Yeah, pulling that all apart.
Oh, okay.
I mean, that itself is interesting because, like, that's deadly.
I just thought something. If you pull enough particles of water apart, could you potentially drain a lake?
You could make a bomb.
Oh yeah.
Hydrogen is highly flammable, as is oxygen.
Oh, that's right. They did that for Full Alchemist.
Yeah.
Because that one guy was able to either freeze moisture in the air or rapidly heat it up.
Yeah. That's only like it's weird. There's some other ones. I was gonna say an X-Men. I forgot his name though.
Beast?
No, his is pretty useful. No, not useless, but weird power would be fucking like forget his name, but the guy who could hula hoop energy hoops out of his dick or whatever. Not out of his dick, but like he like swayed his hips and sent like energy beams out of his body. But like they weren't beams; they were like circles of energy.
Waves, like pulses.
Yeah.
That's weird. I never heard of that, and honestly,
He's in one of the movies.
I'm sorry that I
I
did.
think it's First Class.
I want to say Toad is uses power, but Froppy's the thing.
Froppy's not useless.
That's what he just said. He wants to say that, but then he realizes Froppy's a thing.
Yeah, I'm saying Toad from X-Men.
Mm.
On the surface, most animal-based mutations sound kind of dumb. Like, oh, I had the abilities of a cat, or a rabbit, or a frog.
But then you forget they have pretty useful abilities.
Yeah.
For one thing, every animal can see in the dark. Or most of them can, at least. I
Yeah.
know dogs can. Cats can.
It's insane. Are you ordering food right now?
No.
There's food in the kitchen.
Alright, I'm actually going to kind of call it there, guys. 'Cause
No,
I'm
I'm
getting...
looking at the alcohol orders.
You're
God
a
damn
fucking
it.
alcoholic.
Dog.
I kind of want to call it there, guys, because I actually am getting way too tired for this. I feel like I'm going to fall any second now.
Alright.
Collapse.
Plus, it's almost 2 a.m.
Do it.
It'll be fine.
So, is there anything else you guys want to add on to this very long podcast? We're almost on for 2 hours, actually.
We almost made it to Joe Rogan's podcast.
Almost, damn it.
I'm sorry, guys.
You had the chicken not broken. God damn it.
We gotta do it one day, but we gotta start the podcast at like 8, and we just go as long as we can.
We gotta start like at 12 noon and go from there.
8 in the morning, and then we're gonna do it until we can't do it no more.
Before or after the walk?
Before.
No,
after.
we take a break.
We go in.
We pause it, mute the mic, and then we go do a walk,
Yeah.
come back.
Which, by the way, I only recently found out I can actually pause the recording.
I've told you this.
Yes, I know. I'm an idiot.
It's good. We're gonna put the little background music. Do 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 do.
No, just put the Betty Hill music for like 5 minutes.
Oh my god.
Da, 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 da. That would be something. Oh, that would be a good
What?
idea for one of your, maybe not a podcast, but like for a live stream we could do.
What's up?
Either bring my Switch or my console by, and you can play through BioShock.
I could probably do. I know how to set it up to where I can record stuff.
Yeah. They have
But
you play through BioShock.
yeah,
I mean, that'd be a good live stream.
it would be. Yeah, but I gotta figure out some stuff because you gotta help me out with this stuff, man. Because I cannot get the audio the way I want it to go.
Yeah, well, I got you. Are you ordering alcohol right now?
No, it's too late to order alcohol anyways.
It's 2 in the morning, man. It's way too fucking late.
People
Okay.
are still DoorDashing right now.
Yeah. So anyway, like I said, do you guys have anything you want to add on to this last podcast or no? Any last minute things?
No. I feel like we can revisit the topic of dumb powers as its own podcast.
Probably.
Everybody do some research, bring their like top 5 dumbest powers.
Fucking weird.
Let's see if we can bring some extra guests on too. Maybe Golden or possibly Ravenclaw.
Yeah.
John, what are you? Anything you want to add?
Moonshine.
Moonshine. That's a good one. All right. Well, with that being said, guys.
Boto.
Alright. Well, with that being said, guys, I really enjoyed making this podcast. It's probably going to be our longest podcast ever. We're at 1 hour and 53 minutes right now.
Damn.
Give,
I
give
know.
It more, give it a little bit more. Give it a little bit more.
But
We have nothing left to talk to
You
about.
just give it a little bit more.
We have nothing left. Here, I'll pull up the suit. Oh yeah, here. I'll pull
Fine.
up fucking real quick.
we'll go like 7 minutes. We can do 7 minutes.
We just need 7 more minutes.
I'll
Fine.
pull up superpower.
But don't forget, I gotta cut out some of this stuff too. So we gotta go like maybe like another 8-9 minutes.
Right here, superpower roulette, and whichever one pops up, we'll talk about for a couple minutes.
All right, go for it. What's the roulette?
Let's see. This time we got neglect manipulation.
Good.
Why is Danny Phantom?
You wanna-
He's a phantom.
Actually, here's a quick question though. Would you guys want the power of a ghost like Danny Phantom?
Yes.
That'd be pretty cool.
You know why?
Oh,
So I
okay,
can ghost
rerolled.
jump.
I got, I don't know, something reflexes. The Scabbard's host, Kaiji Da, like James Ray's, has automatic reflexive defenses that act without the wearer's thought. So, fucking Spider-Man Spidey sense dodging.
Sounds more like a Spartan armor suit from Halo.
Well, they don't dodge. I'm pretty sure Spider-Man's on here for people who have it. Known users.
Well, no, because the Spartan armor, the Mjolnir armor,
King
actually.
Bradley had this ability?
King from Full Metal Alchemist?
Yeah.
I thought he was just super, like, fast. Like, a
No.
really good swordsman.
Spider-Man's on here. Spider Sense users. The ones listed: Peter Parker, Ben Riley,
Miles
May
Morales, Gwen
Parker,
Stacy.
Miles Morales, and Gwen Stacy.
Didn't Peter Parker have a daughter?
Yes.
Yes.
Two actually, but in different universes. And then you also remember in Penny Parker.
Penny.
Oh, somebody in Ruby had this one.
Sounds like that guy with the monkey tail.
Spider-Man, but his spider symbol was a black, almost like a black widow.
That might just be Black Widow.
No, because it says Spider-Man.
Oh.
What are you looking at?
I don't know. I just saw this.
Oh, god damn it! All right, what else we got? I love Super Roulette. Air arrows.
Air
Yeah.
arrows. You know, it'd be kind of cool if I had. Remember that one bow lady from My Hero?
Well, the third movie.
Yeah, the third movie where she had like the whole like bow and arrow thing out of
Yeah.
nowhere. I would love that power.
That'd be dope.
You know who that actually reminds me of?
'Cause
The
I'm
arrows?
a good archer.
That reminds me of the fuck. What was it? It was.
The show Arrow from CW.
I'm gonna fight you.
No, I'm legit asking.
No, it's off of an anime.
Well, who does bow and arrow stuff off an anime?
Quite a few people.
Yeah, quite a few people, but the arrow itself, it just
Oh God, her.
who is
Queen's
that?
Blade. Melona's from Queen's Blade. Melona's breast milk has acidic properties that she uses for combat.
I saw Queen's Blade. Don't
No,
watch it.
no.
It's
The
not.
ability to
it's-
have milk with acidic properties, subpower of acidic bodily fluids, combination of milk generation and acidic generation.
You know how they beat her in that anime? They had her breasts fill up basically and pop like balloons.
Ow.
Yeah, I threw up after that.
Known users: Slez from Blood Ryan 2, Melona from Queen's Blade, and Visor from High School DxD. That makes way too much
That
fucking
makes
sense.
sense.
Yeah.
That makes so much fucking sense.
Every time you think hentai, you always go to High School DxD. That's always the number one.
What's this?
What's that?
Pangea's manifestation. Pangea? Patagaya?
May I?
Patagaya. Patagaya?
Patagaya?
It's like straight sitting or
I
what?
don't know what the fuck Patagaya is.
You should know like patage? Patage?
The user is able to manifest patage, a fold of skin or other membranous structures between forelimbs and hind limbs on each side that grow or are attached to the body, allowing gliding or flight.
So basically, it's a
flying
flying
squirrel.
yeah, basically.
Flying squirrels.
I was gonna say that it's like basically a flying squirrel suit.
Yeah, that sounds weird when you read it though.
Ooh, I see sword.
Acidic slash.
That
Dragon Sword of Acid from Dungeons and Dragons Online.
I was gonna say that actually would be something that's very useful.
Is there another roulette you could do?
There's quite a few. We have psychological combat.
Psychological combat.
This one will be good at that.
Yes.
This one will be good at that. Fuck you.
Let's face it, dude. This guy knows us so well. He could say one or two sentences, and you and I are jumping out those windows.
To be fair, that's just fucking.
Joke's on you. I'll do it willingly.
I'm just using Vicious Mockery at this point from fucking D&D.
Essentially.
I will just do it. I'll do it willingly.
Vicious Mockery. How does it feel to die by my blade? Shut up, your mother buys you Mega Blocks instead of Legos.
Because I see that one too. Oh, that's fine. I miss that. I miss that shit.
Oh Lord.
Your mother buys you Mega Blocks.
Your mom buys you. Your mom wears army boots.
Which one was that one?
Actually, that'd be
this
really
is
intelligent.
Metamorphic arms from Ghost. The Ghost Arm. From Mecha Awakens Romance.
It's the ghost light.
Basically, it'll be like that.
It's the Ghost Light.
It'll be like that arm off of the movie we were just watching.
Yeah.
Dude, that movie was good.
That was funny at the end.
We just
Tap,
recently
tap,
got
tap,
through
tap, tap.
watching Dungeons and Dragons Honor Amongst Thieves, and it was really good.
Yeah, that was funny. It was
The
just
fluffy dragon.
He likes the dragon, honest to God.
my favorite parts was the ending. Is like, okay, we think you get him.
Yeah, the owlbear.
Robert, okay, we think you get done. Moves a couple more times, him on the ground, and just chunks the hell out of him.
Mine was actually that helmet bit where he just punched at his grandfather. That I liked.
Technically, he punched himself.
I'm just saying, like, you gotta think about, like, okay, like, how would you feel if, like, an ancestor, like, oh, my ancestor who was this big old badass and all stuff is, like, telling me I'm useless and weak. Like, no, I'm not. You're fucking useless and weak. You're fucking dead. I'm alive.
I just throw him.
Yeah.
Fair, but again, you can see why I can sympathize with Simon.
I can see that, yeah.
Okay, broom manipulation popped up. The
What
ability
is-
to control and manipulate brooms.
Oh my god. Are we in the Sorcerer's Apprentice?
That movie is actually pretty good.
No, not the live action one from Fantasia.
Oh.
No.
The original.
Oh, Consuela?
Consuela, please.
No, Consuela killed with broom.
Yeah.
I need lemon pledge.
Imagine if you get
I need lemon pledge.
Consuela that.
I need more lemon pledge.
I need more lemon pledge.
Dude, I need to buy lemon pledge.
Consuela, I live here.
Yo-yo manipulation.
That's actually, yeah.
That sounds like a bar for you.
Oh, we hit 2-hour mark.
Yay!
Awesome.
Kirby? Oh yeah, Kirby has
wait.
the yo-yo ability in the old games.
Oh, he did right. What's his new power? The vacuum or the?
What,
That's his
breath?
vacuum suck.
That's
Yeah.
his base power.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, don't be real. It's vacuum suck and the ability to mimic any power that
Yeah.
he can consume.
I think Kirby is just OP at this point.
Kirby
Yeah.
OP.
So if Kirby absorbs another Kirby, what happens then?
Mega Kirby.
Mega Kirby. It's like fusing Pidgey and Pidgey in Pokemon Infinite Fusion.
Right.
I need to see that.
You know,
I have it.
if you fuse two
Alright, I
Bidoof
want-
together, it creates God.
What?
If you fuse two Bidoofs together, it makes God.
Rightfully so.
Yes, rightfully so.
I want to see
Here's
this.
the power for Geronimo: bullet reflection
I'll be the
or
bullet.
redirection.
Yes.
I'll be the bullet.
Oh God. All right.
So that means I have to shoot myself to make that shit work.
This motherfucker be. He shot himself. No, I shot you.
Indirectly.
It'll be like this. Don't come at me. Don't come at me. You're gonna shoot your.
All right.
Why don't you just point the gun at me? It's funner.
Okay. Now I'm actually gonna call it. So all right. So until next guys. So until next time, guys. This is Broken Soul saying, "May your souls be ever bright." Love you guys. Bye.
Chicken thighs.
Yeah, chicken
Oh,
thighs.
chicken thighs.